Hey,
Yeah.
we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fake pop. Cheers, everybody.
Going Canada Dry, dudes.
Yeah, you are.
All right, Greg. What is this
Canada-
podcast called?
Canada Dry.
Welcome to Canada
Canada
Dry,
Dry.
everybody.
Canada Dry.
Episode 1.
Consistently off. Welcome back to Consistently Off, everybody.
Yep.
Canada Dry edition.
Yeah. This is episode 1 of Canada Dry.
And we're joined by the the ever fucking, lovely and talented Greg Johnson. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Dude, thanks for coming on.
Podcasts, podcasts are fun, but friendship is the original
Yeah.
podcast.
It is the
Friendship's
original podcast. Well, I mean, we like to think of this as a way to just, be friends with people.
Totally.
Yeah.
Make friends, have friends.
You could never be at a show and be like, hey, what's the first album you ever bought?
Yeah. Hey, tell me about your family.
Yeah.
Good set. Good
Yeah.
set. How's your family?
What do you not want to talk about on the podcast?
Yeah. We forgot to ask you that
Sick,
before.
sick Misfit shirt. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, generally, we'll do it on the podcast because this is consistently off after all. What don't you want to talk about?
Yeah,
and then we'll steer away from it.
Oh, God.
Is there anything that's off
Some people
limits?
don't like money, politics, family.
Yeah.
Like there's
The listeners are getting some behind-the-scenes action. This is what we
You're
usually
welcome.
ask
This
before.
is what consistently off is.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's fun about people in conversations is a lot of people are very closed off. They're like, I don't want to talk about things. I talk about whatever.
Okay.
Because
that's good.
Because I talk about things.
That's the most common answer.
Yeah.
But just like every now and then, we run into things where people are like, they shut down right away the second you ask it,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, okay.
And we can always, if we ever get there,
We can
we can just
fucking
steer away.
change,
But
change the
most of the
topic.
time, no one gives a shit. And
Yeah.
most of the time, we'll be like, we don't want to talk about politics or something. We never get to politics.
Yeah, we don't like
give a
talking
shit
about politics anyway.
politics.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just a nice, to ask before we ask you.
For sure.
What's your view on politics?
My view is everyone else's view.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's never changed.
Kidding.
So, you said you're working on some solo stuff lately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a
let's see.
name to this?
Yeah. Does the project have a name? What's it called?
Yeah, I so wisely named this after I saw the name of a tree. Right.
Okay.
I was in the Fullerton Arboretum.
Okay.
I was cruising around, and I see this sign. I think it's toward the front, but I just looped the whole thing, and I was on my way out, and boom, Salvador Cobain. And I went, that's fun. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
And I think the thing I thought was, I got to book a show with that name. People will
It's a
see
good
that
stage
and be
name
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
let's go see that.
Yeah.
That's not really how it works, though. It's never how it works.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't think. When's the last time you went to see a band because their name?
Yeah. Right.
You know?
That's fair.
I've
I can't-
never.
Never. Like,
Yeah.
you never, like, what was it, Butthole Surfers? Never seen them before
Right.
my time, right?
Right.
If I saw that, I'd be like, I need to see that. I
That's
need
fair.
to see that band.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
So I checked that out.
2 Viagra, ticket, I'm in.
So I checked that out at the Arboretum, and then I wrote some stuff a few years ago, and then I finally released it as Salvador Cobain's Música del Oeste.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I'm just running with this Salvador
Sure.
Cobain. I think it's a concept album. I think you guys need to help me figure this out.
Okay.
I think it's a concept album. I just don't know the concept.
That's fair. Well, is it
We
all?
can help you with this.
Is Salvador Cobain like a character, or is he?
There was
Is he you? Is he?
No, not
okay.
me. There was a song that I wrote in this process where I was like, okay, this Salvador Cobain could be like, this could be the ballad of Salvador Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives in a Western town and shit goes down. So I wrote this like zombie apocalypse song, right? So it could be like some Western person, but I remember when I was writing it, I was really into this like folk music collection that I found.
Okay.
And there was this dude named Ward Ford, and I got like really into like who the hell was this guy?
Sure.
He was just like, the only thing I have of him is like a picture, and there's some like recordings of him singing these like ho hum, like what do you call, like what you would learn in elementary school back in the day.
Like
songs.
nursery rhyme stuff?
Nursery
or-
rhyme type shit. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Do you guys remember any nursery rhymes?
Fair. Like Pop Goes the Weasel.
Pop
and
Goes
shit.
the Weasel?
Ring Around the Rosie.
Ring around the rosy. I remember that one.
Yeah. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies,
Oh, yeah.
ashes,
Ashes,
ashes.
I remember
all
Mary had the
fall
lamb because recorder 6 5 4
Six.
5 6 6 6.
The fingerings. Yeah.
These are things like you sing these to people and like everyone it's just like
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
I know that one.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
that one, and we pieced it together. So I was listening to these folk songs from California, 1938 or something.
Okay.
And then I wrote a bunch of songs, and then eventually I was like, okay, you guys are writing a record right now?
Mm-hmm.
How many songs have you written?
11 or 12.
Yeah, we
something
started
like
with like 30 and we
Yeah.
cut down to 11.
We started with like 30 or so. Yeah, whittled
30.
down. Yeah.
You guys wrote 30 fucking songs.
Well,
But
30 ideas. 30
between
ideas.
when? Between when though? Like, you know what I
In
mean?
two
In like
nights.
2 days.
That's
yeah.
that's awesome.
We went
Yeah.
out to the desert and fucking just started cranking shit
Yeah,
out.
that's like our process. We'll go
Really?
out with
Yeah.
a bunch of like phone memos, and then we'll just sit together and be with a bunch of acoustic guitars and be
Yeah.
like, "Do you like this riff?" And it'd be like, "Yeah." Then we like, "All right, what's the verse going to be of this riff?" And then we just write that out.
And just
Yeah.
go. You
and
just
then
go.
we get back here, and then we try to flesh them out to full songs, and then we vote on them.
Yeah, essentially it's like we had 30 and it's like which ones do we actually like, and then we gradually shape those into being more and more full songs.
Yeah.
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 See, that's what I'm talking about. Like the process, right?
Sure.
You guys talk about the creative process on the podcast.
All the time.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
That's what the show
Welcome
is.
to
Yeah.
it's like
consistent,
it's the best, right?
Yeah.
It's the best. It's this way to explore. It's this way to view. It's this way to have some fucking like awesome fun.
Yeah.
It's like let's do something new, right?
Yeah,
Brand new. I love hearing about people writing records.
Yeah. So, well, tell us about yours then. So,
Yeah. You
So
got
how did the Salvador Cobain thing come about then?
So it was back in 2020, of course. How many
Yeah.
records have we all written since then?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
How many projects have we picked up and
We're on our
dropped since then?
second.
Yeah. We're on our second one. Yeah.
So I picked up a folk music like collection from Sydney Robinson Cowell. She
Okay.
collected it as like a WPA project.
Okay.
You know, like Works Projects Administration. Some of these people who helped build out Yosemite Valley.
Oh, shit.
And it was a FDR thing, the New Deal, right?
Right.
So she had this. I guess this is almost my imagination.
Yeah.
She had this little maybe a stipend or something, but she cruised out to from what I read, she cruised out to like Berkeley, and then she would just drive all over and try to find like folk music.
Oh, cool.
So there's collections of what I really wanted to dive deeper into. There's collections of like Irish music that she found,
Nice.
and Spanish music, and those of course the major two, but are bigger than like say like Guatemala,
Uh-huh.
Puerto Rico or something.
Yeah.
And then a ton of like sing-songy American ho-hum, like Granny Does Your Dog Bite,
Okay.
Uncle Rat, like things like Uncle Rat, he wanted a wife, sing-song kitty, catch 'em cameo, like all
Alright.
these just a cappella recordings of this
Of
shit. And
just
I was like,
people just singing
people
shit?
just singing
Cool.
weird
Like
shit.
field recordings almost.
Yeah, field record, exactly.
Yeah,
Field
yeah.
recordings, just the weirdest shit, right?
Nice.
Found those, tooled up a bunch because I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then I think I recorded like 10 of them with the intent of putting that out. And
Sure.
I was like, no. There's
Putting like arrangements behind them and
yeah,
shit.
just
yeah.
threw them guitar vocal as if you were just to take a time capsule and go 36,
Yeah.
2000, what was
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
20. And then I just kept writing, ended up with 28 songs, eventually
Shit.
pieced them together. Big thanks to brother Matt.
Okay.
Matt plays guitar on this record.
Shout out Matt.
He's in Hypno Rings.
Oh yeah. I
I think they're gonna.
Yeah, we know
I think
Hypno
they're
Rings.
recording this weekend.
Sweet.
They're he backed me on all this,
Okay.
so like he was there the whole way, and eventually we put out. I did it. I booked the show. It was Salvador Cobain. It was last December, and that was done. I put out cassettes. I got cassettes for you guys.
Oh fuck yeah.
Shit, yeah.
We like free shit.
The merch bag is
Hell
here.
yeah, dude. Oh, thanks, man.
I'll leave some for
Hey,
everybody.
depending on how drunk we get, we might have an album for you.
Yeah, exactly.
we just got our album.
We literally just got our vinyls
The
in.
LP that was in there.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks good. The cover
Thanks,
looks
man.
Good. Where'd you guys
What?
print them?
A to Z
A-Z.
Media. Shout out A to Z
Where are
Media.
they? Some buttons.
They're in
I don't know where they're
Sweden.
I don't know where the fuck
So-
they are. They shipped them from somewhere.
I think they're in Canada, but they ship from
Sweden?
Sweden.
Okay.
Nice.
They came on a boat. That's all we know.
But we did get a pretty, without disclosing the price, we got a good deal for like 270 or something.
yeah, we ordered 200 and they made like 280 or something.
Yeah.
That's a perfect amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was stoked because you're looking at them as like an artist, a starving artist, and you're like, how am I gonna afford $30 per
Yeah.
albums?
Vinyls, yeah.
And then find a company that's like, hey, if you do 250, the price goes
Way down.
significantly
Very
down. You're like,
nice. Yeah.
all right, so I'm just gonna do this, and it was like $400 more than other companies for literally 150 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ever need that plug, we got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
Dude, I love
Yeah,
tapes.
Yeah, they're
Love,
fun.
I have to open this.
I made a mistake on the inside, but that's why they're what do you call it? Marketing materials, right?
Yeah,
Marketing
dude.
materials.
They're
Promotional material.
limited edition now too, right?
Limited edition.
This one came out the best. A little postcard, mail it home.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Mail it
yeah.
home.
Cool, dude.
I love it. And the QR, I'm guessing, goes to your site.
Yeah, that'll go to
Smart.
the site. That goes to the record's really always on my site. I always put
Cool.
out new stuff on my site. My site has everything. It's got it all. It's got.
Well, plug the site. What's the
last year,
the
swindletone.com.
swindletone.com.
Last year, I put out. I'm old enough to where I put out an anthology.
Sweet.
Called the Big Scary Tree Anthology.
All
which
right.
is just I think it's like 3 or 4 records that I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always just inside us, right? To
Sure.
always be writing music.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the longest you've ever taken where you haven't been writing music? You know?
Oh fuck, it's probably been like this year. But I've been writing with these guys. I don't know. I like writing by myself.
I took
yeah.
a break for like 2 or 3 years after Craig and I were in a pop punk band for a long time.
Yeah.
I got really sick of getting cupcakes and shit as pay, and I really just didn't care. Once people stopped going to our shows, because we're doing like really nice, good amounts of shows at Chain Reaction and stuff,
Yeah.
sold out over and
Yeah.
over again. And we switched our band name, and like no one cared. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm fucking good.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then I just took time off, and then Craig got me back because one of my buddies, Tom, moved into town, and they both bought me that Strat
Oh, there you go.
on my 25th birthday, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm back. I'm like laying on my guitar one night. I'm like, yeah, I guess this is writing music right now in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
What were the name changes? You said the band.
We used to be
name
called No One Goes Home.
That was back in the
Yeah, back
Warped
in like,
Tour days.
Yeah, 2005 when we moved out here, and we were doing Warped Tour and all that shit. And then we switched to Film Speed because
Just the
pop
name
punk was all like cliche, black and white hair and stuff.
Yeah, they had the scene kid look.
Yeah,
and everything.
we're like literally
I gotta show
songs
you
were like
some
making a
fun
scene of the
pictures.
scene.
Yeah,
All of our
I'll take a
fans were
look.
called
I'll show you.
Era Kids. It was Splatterheart. You probably, if you were around during then, you probably saw that fucking van.
I probably saw you guys at Warped Tour one year.
Yeah, and then we switched to Film Speed, and we were like kind of indie pop rock kind of during that, and just it didn't transpose. And then, like our old drummer went and started studying
There
and
they
stuff.
are. That's Craig and Nick.
Yeah, I used to have hair.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, and that's when I probably took my longest hiatus. But then ever since then, it's
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know. We were like a fucking 100 songs or something.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah, or
just
more,
always are
probably.
constantly writing. I don't know. I like to do solo stuff too. I haven't been doing that very often, but I'm honestly trying to start again. Been trying to like just pick up, momentum and
Yeah, it's good exercise.
yeah, it's just fun. Flex that
Yeah.
muscle. Yeah.
I haven't even like. It hasn't been till we started recording these latest songs. I don't think I did like a voice memo since we wrote the
Those
songs.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm just like sitting in the, we'll write something and I'll be driving home, be like, hey, Craig, this is what you need to put in that part we were trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, here's the bass line that I really want. All right. Oh my God.
And it's just mumbling into a phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
it's
That's how it is.
It's like
Yeah.
do
That's how it
do
is.
do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's gonna be
like,
so great. Yeah, yeah,
so I got my windows down, like, thinking I could hear myself.
yeah. Well, as long as you remember what it meant, then
Yeah, that's all,
that
man. I
matters.
just need to hear something.
Yeah.
I gotta
But-
hear something, and it's like the rhythm and the music is inside of you, and it just comes out.
Hopefully.
And however it comes out is how it needs to come out, and
Yeah.
then it starts existing, right?
Yeah.
It goes from the phone, like to your hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you take it from your hands and you just keep spreading it the rest of your life.
For sure.
The rest
Yeah.
of your life.
Yeah.
And sometimes the best way to create is to not think about it. So when like you're in some place, it's like pressure, even though it's not pressure. I don't feel
Yeah.
pressure when we're writing.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like we're all trying to figure something out, and then like you get outside of the area that you're trying to figure something out, and then you're like, oh, this is what I was trying to do the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
That's why we write usually at a different location.
Yeah, that's why we went out to the desert to just
Yeah.
be like,
This feels like work when we're here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
So, like,
just change scenery. And
Yeah, you gotta change scenery
Totally.
because like it's not nothing's better than being in the middle of the desert, showing up. Craig and Oliver are like drinking, playing guitar. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
we drinking. I'm like, let's fucking drink.
Yeah.
Like, and then we're just writing, and it's like, how many songs do we do? 15. Let's
Yeah.
do. All
Let's
right.
do more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we wake up the next morning like, we were really drunk.
Totally.
We should rewrite those.
Yeah, yeah.
7.
Those all suck.
You literally have to go to a different physical place. And
Yeah.
and you will. It's like a little gasoline, you know.
Yeah,
Just a little
yeah,
gas
yeah.
in your car.
It's just a little
Take
motivation, you know?
I know when I'm on the road the most, I'll write something just because I'm completely out of my element. I was even driving here and I was like, when have I been on like the freeway? Like I was like, I really don't drive out here during rush hour. That was the thing. I was like,
Oh, okay.
it
Where were
was
you driving
super
from today?
Costa Mesa.
Okay.
So I'm shooting up 55 and 57. I'm just like, I was like, oh, I love it. I forgot how much I love driving out here. And it reminds me of driving around. And then I'll stop somewhere or I'll start humming something. Something will hit my head, some little ditty, you know? And then I'll start saying, I wrote something outside of Tucson. And then when I got to Tucson, I recorded it like a video and I have this little traveler guitar. And I was
Sweet.
still in folk mode, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was this little folk ditty, you know? You just write all the time.
Yeah.
You just hum all the time. And then when it's not new and you're on like a pause, it's just like marinating, and it's just like I imagine a lot of people, and I witnessed it too. Post lockdown shows were fucking like explosive.
Yeah.
They were like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
walked away like, fuck, dude, that's what it was supposed to feel. That's what
Sure.
it feels like.
Yeah.
Where you play a show and it's like taking your vitamins.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, fuck, dude, I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Shows and music and playing music and making music and creating music is like. For some people, I don't think it's creative. I think it's just kind of like it just flows. It just flows.
Ideally,
as part of them, you know?
well, you know, it is creative, but it's also just what happens. You know? Like,
it's a
It
skill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
That
a skill.
It's a skill that
Like-
you hopefully you cultivate and just develop.
You can sit down and write music for other people.
Yeah,
Like
Oh,
we
for
all
sure.
can.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like when it comes to your own, it's like letting your process take over versus like just being
Trying to please anyone
Yeah,
else,
here's the
yeah.
rigid form that I have for creating music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you want for this pen? All right,
Yeah, yeah.
here's comes your pen song.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you're like, hey, I want to write something cool.
So what got you on the folk kick? What got you like thinking about all these field recordings and
Yeah,
folk
how
and
the
shit?
fuck did you get to
Yeah.
It is.
Sydney Robinson Cowell?
It is
Yeah.
bizarre because like right now I'm on the weekends I listen to like I call it weekend music. It's all
Okay.
my favorite shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm blasting up here listening to the Stooges,
Hell yeah.
remembering all this shit
Yeah.
from all the years that I've listened to the Stooges. I remembered I
Right.
saw them like in
Oh, no shit.
2005 or something or
Hell yeah.
2006. I didn't remember that until like today. I was like, oh yeah, I saw them.
Oh yeah, I saw this band.
Yeah.
Fuck
so it's bizarre because I'm listening to the Stooges and I'm like, I fucking love the Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
I remember jamming to the Stooges and like, you know, you just fucking get in your space and music starts coming out. And
Yeah.
you guys probably, you probably are practicing all your new shit, right?
Yeah.
But you guys have your jams.
Yeah.
You guys have your fucking jams. The Stooges are like one of my jams. I'm like, fuck, dude. And I'm like in the garage, like playing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about how much I love the Stooges and being like, why, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Why did I do this? Like, complete.
Where
like,
did that come from?
Complete like hokey tokey honky tonky like
Folky shit.
folk,
Yeah.
like guitar and a vocal.
yeah.
I think I've liked folk music, American folk music for a long time. Like, who's that Post Malone guy like? He likes Bob Dylan.
Sure, of course.
Right? He's the greatest. He's the greatest.
Yeah.
Then you can look at folk music history in the United
Right.
States. A lot of it's tied to the civil rights music
Pete
movement.
Seeger.
Yeah, Pete Seeger. And then you can look at certain types of music as folk music, like the blues.
Sure, of course.
They call world music for some weird reason.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's a very weird reason. I'm
Oh,
like, why is
believe
this
me,
world
dude, I
music?
have a degree in ethnomusicology. You want to get
Why do
you
they
want to
call
get
it
weird
world
about
music?
because they're racist? Like
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think France has world music?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just fucking music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could take the entire world music genre
Yeah.
and be like, that's also folk music
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that's the way you guys are classifying it.
Sure.
Because that's
it's just from their history.
music
you know, and
of
from
your
their
land,
culture.
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And essentially, I like this. Where did you move from when you
Detroit.
said Detroit?
Yeah.
So did Craig.
Stooges, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you
Stooges.
guys rock so hard. I remembered a few shows we played,
Yeah.
and I was like, those guys rock. Those guys fucking rock.
Yeah.
Detroit.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Me and Craig.
Michigan men.
So thinking about
Today.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
thinking about how the hell I circled back to folk music is a really good question.
Yeah.
Folk music is fun to me. It's just super fun. To me, it's like it's simple, but I think in modern terms, it can be any music from where you're from.
Sure.
Think about like some Cuban musicians, some badass Cuban jazz
Yeah.
musicians who just show up somewhere. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do? They're gonna play some badass Cuban music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're from Cuba. They were raised with that.
Yeah, yeah.
They heard it their whole lives.
Yeah.
Just like us.
Right.
I'm from here.
Right.
I'm literally from here. I was born down the street,
Fuck yeah.
and I've listened to this land. I don't know I don't really remember what music I heard as a child in elementary school.
Interesting.
I can think of it in like a couple days and get back to you. Maybe that's what I was doing with this. I was like,
What did like your parents play in the house growing up?
we had a piano,
Okay.
but my parents didn't play music.
Did they have like NPR on the radio?
No NPR. My
Was there
TV or-
CD?
My father did play guitar, and
Okay.
he had a conga drum later that I sold
Nice.
to this guy off Craigslist.
You're welcome, Craigslist
At
guy.
at an In-N-Out off PCH in Long Beach. His name was like Raw or something.
All right. Wow.
But no, they didn't play. But my earliest music memories are piano school and my sister singing.
Okay.
So I joke that my sister taught me how to sing.
Sure.
Just because she's up ahead of me. She's older than me. She's doing the cool
You do
shit.
sound like a woman.
That's my. What do you a soprano? Is it soprano?
Yeah.
It's all-
Yeah, yeah,
I speak in falsetto.
Yeah.
So I must have just had this fascination with folk music, and I felt like it was a good thing to focus on. I think I told someone, "Hey, I found this folk music collection, and I think I'm gonna use it as a springboard."
Sure.
And they were like, it was a friend of mine, good friend of mine. He's like, with how smart you are and like all the music you make, that sounds really good. And I went, okay, I'll run with that.
Right.
I like hearing like feedback from people. Like, what should I do? We can make music forever.
Yeah.
We can make music forever. Like,
Yeah.
It's easy,
everyone is
yeah.
so talented.
Yeah.
And so awesome, great people that you can make music forever and be successful with music forever. Like, you can just keep going. I don't like to do the same thing twice, and I've done that a lot. And so I find these little things to focus on that are not what I've done, even though I've done the guitar and dude thing before.
Yeah.
I've done the guitar dude thing. With the flannel shirt, and the beard that I can't read, that just kind
Whoa,
of comes
dude,
in. I need that
whoa.
beard. I need the beard.
Good thing I took my flannel shirt off.
Yeah. Right.
I've done the acoustic guy thing just because it's very practical.
It's easy.
You could just
Yeah.
go play a restaurant or play like a coffee.
Yeah, I mean, singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
There's always call for it.
Yeah, and you can always turn that into a full band.
always.
Easy. Yeah.
Always.
Bob Dylan went
And
electric.
like, if
Yeah.
you love folk music and you love listening to it, why wouldn't you love playing it? Like, we just had on a like an indie rock band that's very like Ben Folds, Ben Queller, and like I told them when they were done, I'm like, dude, I love it. We have another band that's not a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Like, it's outside of our genre, and not that I have anything against any of our buddies, but
Yeah.
it's just like sometimes it's nice, it's a breath of fresh air, just to be like, hey, I like your sound, and it's not like us,
Yeah.
and I just it's
It's more inspiring.
yeah, it's more inspiring.
much-
I like
how-
to collect like things, and like knowledge is great.
How much new music do you listen to every week?
Every week.
I listen to a lot of rap.
Him more
Yeah.
than me. Yeah.
Yeah, my job has me so hip hop oriented,
Nice.
so I listen to a lot of hip hop.
Who'd you listen to today? Anyone?
Prof.
Prof. Yeah. He likes Prof a lot.
Yeah.
Who did I listen to today? I didn't listen to anything new today.
Nothing new? What did
No.
you listen to? Because it wasn't new.
No,
Nothing
it was new. I actually did listen to the Stooges like
Yeah.
yesterday.
Nice.
Like,
Which
just
Hanu Mankind
Funhouse.
is another great.
That's
Yeah.
the best one.
Yeah,
It's my favorite
Funhouse.
one.
Yeah, Hanu Mankind. He's a Indian rapper, and he's got a fucking sick song that's
I
out. It's
like
blowing
that.
up.
I
Right on,
like
okay.
that. I
Gotta
gotta
check
hear
him out.
that.
Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
I was listening to a bunch of Japanese bands because my drum student just got back from Japan.
Nice.
And I was showing him a bunch of Japanese bands, so that's
Yeah,
what I was listening
You're
to.
being racist, dude.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
which Japanese band?
My favorite one is Asian Kung Fu Generation.
Oh man, I
They're
don't know
good.
them.
No, dude, check them out.
I gotta
check
They're
them
my
out.
favorite. Yeah, they're my favorite. L Garden's really good. Straightener is really good. There's tons.
Man, I gotta
Some of my
find
favorite
those. I don't
bands.
know any of those.
Yeah.
I gotta find those.
Yeah, they're all on Spotify.
Yeah, and if you want
I'll
just
give you names.
really well written songs with
Yeah.
awesome harmonies, it's like
Yeah. They know how to write a fucking rock song.
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
I like that.
yeah.
And interesting too. They're not.
Yeah.
It's not just so formulaic.
Yeah. No, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Then I mean, so bring us back into your history. Then, if you said you don't know your musical memories, what got you playing music at all? Then, like what
So
what made
it's
you want to
Yeah.
do it?
How about when's the first instrument you picked up?
Yeah, was it
What
piano?
age?
Probably piano. I remember I was running to grab my sister's recorder, tripped on the porch, and got this scar that's in my head. Right, tripped.
Can't see it.
I
You
went
have a
up-
nice hairline.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
somewhere,
is.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was-
yeah, because you have hair.
She
yeah.
says I ran up to her with my hands on my face, right?
Uh huh.
and then she removed the hands from my face, and the blood
Just bleeding. Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
it is a nice size cut, and it's right
one.
on your
It's a
fucking
good
head.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I think the doctor said I wouldn't have had a scar if my father had taken me to the hospital right away.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
probably less of one.
My
Thanks,
mom got
Dad.
home and she's like, "What? We gotta
Allegedly.
go! Like, get him to the hospital."
Well, now you can always say that you
Allegedly.
used the UFC fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Took an elbow right here
See this one?
back in 2021.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Sliced me right open.
Yeah.
Blood down the face everywhere.
I used
Right
Fucking
in my
Nate
eye.
I used
Diaz,
super
dude.
glue. Yeah. Nate Diaz had super glue in his pocket and gave it to me.
It's like, you're good, dude. You're good.
Yeah.
Get back out there. Finish him.
Joe Rogan was there.
It's probably when I got in like a band in high school with Shane.
Okay.
So like we
Shane Pataki.
Shane Pataki. Yeah.
With Shape.
Shout out Shane.
with Shape.
Yeah. Was
he-
that Shape Pataki back then? Was
No, that was
okay?
that was much earlier. So it was like bought a bass. Someone said, "Hey, go buy a bass,"
Okay.
and I was like, "Okay." And then by that weekend, we were all in a band.
Sure.
And then we did the band
Sick.
thing.
I'm sure Shane told us, but what was that band called?
That one was Harry Balzania and the
Harry
Teeny Weenies.
Balzania, of course.
And then Shane and I's musical lives and lives are forever connected and intertwined.
Yeah, oh,
he's,
yeah.
He's my brother.
we love Shane.
Yeah, he's been on almost
Shout
the
out,
most.
shout out, Dad Shane. Who's that little baby?
Dad Pataki.
Dad Pataki.
We went and saw Summer. I think she was like only like a week or 10 days old.
Hell yeah, dude.
And Shane goes, I told this story to my friend Jay yesterday. And
Uh-huh.
he goes, I go, yeah, my buddy just had a baby. And he's like, yeah, we went to leave the hospital. And we were like, oh, the baby. Like, grab the baby. And like, it's this whole like, and my friend Jay's like, he's like, yeah, like they let me fucking like be responsible for these two little children.
Aw.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, man. But so Shane and I go back.
Yeah.
We've played music and been together musically forever.
Hell yeah.
And then I started doing solo stuff probably back in like, I made a record in like, I think, I don't even remember what year, 2000. It's on the anthology, you know? So that's how long it was ago.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to where I put out
Do
an
you have an anthology?
It's on the anthology. It's in
That's
those
awesome.
memories.
Yeah.
Just listen to that. It's back there somewhere.
But you never answered how old were you when you picked up like piano and shit?
Piano was like
You
a
told
child.
us how you split your head open, but
Piano
how?
was a child, so I
Yeah.
don't remember how old I was. Maybe it's in elementary school.
Okay.
So it was like, I
Yeah,
don't
pre-10.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And then I dabbled because I was a music major for like a minute. And
Okay.
I was like, hey, look, film looks easier. Let's go do that.
That's fair.
So I did that. Well, what it really was like I was in like a harmony and sight singing class, and I was like, these people are light years ahead.
Ah.
I've got to go now. And I had already put out records by then.
Sure.
We put out records in high school, and then life happens, and then you always circle back to music.
Of course. Well,
So I would hang out with Shane all the time. We've always had a band. I've always done this. I've always been friends with musicians. Musicians are my people, because you could find connections like Detroit and the Stooges, right? You could find connections like rock and roll,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the places we play, the circles we run in, the people we know.
Yeah,
so
it's already such a
We're
small
all
world.
kind
yeah.
of crazy and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To even
eccentric.
decide to do music
Yeah.
is pretty
So,
weird
like,
to begin with.
You go hang out in a group of people, and you're like,
Yeah.
normie. You're like, that guy's weird. Hey, do you play music? Yeah. All right.
totally.
So, dude, what are you
So we're
playing
friends
on
now,
right
right? Yeah.
Totally.
You have a flying V? I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met a guy at a party, and he told me some long-winded story, super good story about some guitar. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah,
There
dude.
it is.
Yeah, last party we were at, he and another bass player from our friend's band just nerded out about bass.
Yeah,
for
like I
like,
met him and I was like, hey, I just got a new pedal. He's like, you got a new pedal? I was like, pedals. I was like, pedals.
literally
It was
talked for like
2
half an
hours
hour.
later, dude.
We just
talking
did
about-
that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's,
Fucking-
So who told you to get a bass? Who said get a bass?
I think my buddy Ben, he sang for Harry Balzania and the Teeny Weenies.
Okay.
I was thinking of him the other day because I was watching this clip of the Minutemen, and like he was this big guy and D Boone was this big guy, and they were just fucking rocking,
Uh-huh.
So he was the singer, and he's like, hey, go get a bass. And I was like, okay. And then he would like hand me like Black Flag tabs.
Okay.
And I'd be like, okay.
The
And then-
easiest of tabs.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Downstrokes.
And then
I mean, that's hard.
I think I had like a VHS of like a bass tutorial, so I
Nice.
watched that, and then we all become musicians.
Yeah, you just start playing.
listening and playing, and
Yeah.
then shows.
So who were
you
your
know.
bass people then? Who
My
were you
bass
trying
people
to
back then.
Who were you trying to copy, and who are you learning from?
That
What records?
Cliff Burton,
Oh,
Kill
sure.
'Em
I mean,
All,
that's a lot harder.
Black
Yeah.
Sabbath.
Yeah.
bass back then, and then the classic punk stuff.
Sure.
I really gravitated toward like say like Government Issue.
Okay.
Just learning all those songs.
I was a huge NoFX guy. I learned so many NoFX songs until you
Yeah.
realize they're like all the same.
Yeah.
It's
Because Fat Mike's singing the whole time. Yeah.
I think I played along to like
He's fat.
what's
Yeah,
that?
he's fat.
Dookie.
Oh, of course.
One
dude,
day-
Great bass on that one.
That's
Yeah.
great bass player.
One
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
Mike Wilson, he turns to me and
Shout out, Mike.
he
Shout out, Mike.
he said something. It was like he gave me a little jab,
Oh.
but he called me Mike Dirnt, and I was like,
Oh.
oh, that was good.
Yeah.
that was good.
I'll take it.
I'm
I'll take the
going, yeah.
jab.
And, I was
Yeah.
like, and I think I couldn't. I think in the moment,
Yeah.
because I was like, what did you just say? I think in the moment I was like, oh, should I not play like that?
Uh-huh.
Like, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I got a little
But
uncomfortable.
Mike Dirnt's awesome.
But then I remembered, I was like, oh, no, I think this is a good thing. Like, it's all coming to me now. It's
Yeah.
all, like,
Yeah.
all those years.
You can't take anything Mike says seriously.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You threw a jab at you? When?
Yeah.
That's all I got to do. is throw a
Yeah.
jab.
Which
Mike.
one? Yeah. Yeah.
No, we covered Dookie during
Halloween.
During
it was during
the
pandemic.
And
Yeah.
then I realized as well that I really love Mike Dirnt and that I
Yeah.
was playing Dookie too way back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm learning all these bass lines. I'm like, oh, I use a lot of these licks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. He's so
Yeah.
fun, man. That Dookie is super fun.
It's a great album.
Yeah.
It's a great
I
album.
can't remember what else on bass though, but I quickly got a guitar after that. So
Okay.
then I was doing both. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
So like back then, a lot of punk, a
Yeah.
lot of hardcore punk, Motorhead. Then
Fuck.
I got into like
Great bass
Man,
player.
but
totally. That's the bass player.
player.
That's my bass player. I want that bass player.
Yeah. Fucking Lemmy.
How loud
Dude.
can you make your amp, and can you play
Dude.
open strings while you hit other notes?
Quick tangent. Just video games. I'm playing Brutal Legend right now.
Uh-huh.
The Jack
Legend's
Black
good.
game. You
Yeah.
know that game?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's a fantasy like battle like RPS like action game, but Jack Black is the
It's
main
like
character.
Borderlands.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, more cartoony than that.
Oh yeah, but the idea.
Yeah.
fun.
You just go do missions and blow shit up. But it's all like metal people. Like
Nice.
Lemmy is a voice in it. Ozzy Osbourne is a voice in it. Fucking
That's
the dude
so rad.
dude from Judas Priest. What's his Rob Halford? Yeah.
Dude, that's rad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fucking Lemmy.
Killer
I've just
soundtrack too.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. Like your car when you're driving in your car is just all metal songs and
Dude,
yeah,
I love that.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of metal.
Just made me
a lot
think of
everything.
Lemmy. Yeah.
dude.
Fuck yeah.
R.I.P.
dude.
And we can go on a Motorhead tangent.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them back in the day at the House
Oh
of Blues.
shit, you saw them?
And I got up to the balcony and I was watching them. And at one point, they straight up took a break as Mickey D did the drum solo.
Yeah, yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
Fucking drum solo time.
Yeah. Band
Live.
leaves.
No.
Yeah.
Lemmy needs a break.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Lemmy needs a cigarette. Yeah.
Behind the stacks.
He needs to light another.
Yeah.
Totally behind the stacks by himself. No one even came up to him. Like if I were Lemmy, I would at least want a towel.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Can I just get a little
Yeah,
dab?
yeah.
And then someone takes it away, and I go like this.
Yeah.
But I remember he was behind the stack, and he kind of like leaned onto one leg, and he fucking like that, and then he's just smoking a cigarette, and like just this
watching.
like Zen moment where he's
Yeah.
just like standing there by himself,
Fuck yeah.
totally just like he's not like panting.
Yeah.
With like the kind of sets that Motorhead play,
You would
and the
think.
kind of shit that goes down in
Yeah.
that fucking pit.
Right.
You would think he'd be like,
Yeah.
but he was just fucking like, he
IV,
was just like,
bottle of water.
Yeah. B12 shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Totally.
He was the best because he would always just light a cigarette and just shove it in the top of his
Yeah.
bass.
Yeah.
I love that band. I love that
Motorhead
band.
rules.
They're they're one of my favorites. I loaded them on a playlist for this weekend. The Weekend's playlist, man. It's got Funhouse.
There you go.
I think that's
Yeah.
my favorite. My
Favorite Stooge. I think
Stooges
Raw
record.
Power might be mine.
I like the
I like Raw Power
too.
too. Yeah.
I'm trying to find this recording, this live recording of Iggy. If you guys go on a Stooges kick,
Okay.
listen to some live stuff because I'm trying to find this one where he like berates this guy for yawning.
Oh shit.
He's like, hey, what the? Why are you coming to my show and yawning?
Oh fuck.
What the fuck? Fuck you! It was nuts.
That's
It was
awesome.
nuts.
Shout out Iggy.
Gotta find
That's
that.
rad.
I'm gonna give it one Google search.
Yeah.
Oh please.
Yeah. Iggy Pop yawning. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yells at yawning guy.
He's he had this one. I was listening to him. I think today too, and he needs this guy on stage.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, let him up.
Yeah.
Let him up here. Hey, break that shit down. Get him up here.
Nice.
He's a wild man.
Oh
dude.
yeah, he's a fucking nut, and he still is too. He's
Yeah.
still
Do you
doing
do you
shit.
think he's well? Mm-hmm. You think he's well? well enough.
Is he sober now?
I would
think so,
think
right?
so. I
Right?
would think so. Just
Yeah.
the way things are going for him.
Yeah.
Might be live at the Avenue B.
Okay.
Avenue B. I gotta hear that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
See if you
Here
can
you go. I
find it.
screenshotted it. I'll send it to you
Okay.
later.
Sweet.
I gotta pee. Be right
Okay.
back.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, fuck, what's the last anyone really heard of him? He was doing some guest spots on like Queens of the Stone Age shit. And
I listened to an interview from him, but I don't know when it's from. But it's on that Rick Rubin podcast.
ah, sweet.
So it's probably
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
And I think he's got to be somewhat okay, but like deep down, you know,
Oh man.
in the
I mean, like
deep
fucking
in-
back in the day, he sure as shit wasn't. He might have gotten better over time. But like cutting himself with glass and shit on
Yeah,
stage,
totally.
like yeah, that's not a healthy
That's not
person
right.
thing.
It's
That's
not
not a
right.
healthy person thing.
Yeah, I listened to him yelling, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not healthy.
Yeah.
This is not healthy.
No
Or
way.
Even on his records, I'm like, dude, like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
This
a
is-
fucking
this is
nut.
he's a wild man.
Yeah.
Climbing, and even like I imagine that. I think I saw a picture, and I'm imagining it in my head. He's like on top of a few bass stacks that are on their sides.
Sure.
And he's just sitting there, like in the middle of a show.
Yeah.
And I just imagine
Oh shit.
a normal sound guy
Yeah.
who in like at like some, how about just a new sound guy, just
Yeah.
a new guy, and he's never even heard of the Stooges, and then Iggy's on stage jumping around, yelling at people, climbing up shit, and it's got to be people who are like, oh no, this man is unwell. This guy is
I mean,
unwell.
yeah, he kind of, he helped invent punk, that's for sure.
For sure.
So,
Yeah, he did. He definitely developed the like,
the don't give a fuckness.
and the like. We might need to get more insurance for this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, like anytime we went, I'm sure they're like, all right, we either need more security or more insurance.
Yeah.
Because someone might get hit in the head with a fucking microphone.
Yeah.
Totally.
He might just
Yeah. Make the
ping
audience
someone.
sign waivers before they
Dude.
come in.
The Stooges are playing tonight. Please acknowledge that
Yeah.
you will get hurt.
There's just a poster outside. By entering this venue, you have signed away your rights.
I signed one of those for back home in Redford. They used to do like
Oh, really?
underground shows, and you'd have to sign shit to go. But it'd be like 100 people packed into like an 80-person room with a band,
Oh shit.
and then there'd just be people would end up. My cousin had his eyebrow ring ripped out.
Oof.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
yeah. It was
You guys stayed there.
yeah. Suicide Machines,
That's fun.
Guttermouth, and someone else.
It's punk as fuck.
It was punk as fuck.
I bought a bass
fucking
cab off the Guttermouth bass player when I was like 15 or something.
There,
Fuck
there you
yeah.
And
go.
he was like, "We're playing Jimmy Kimmel. Come out tomorrow." And I was like,
Oh, shit.
I'm 15. How am I gonna get there?"
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring me?
Yeah. You
then-
can I tag along?
He was super cool. He even gave me like a tie for my truck. He's like, "Oh, dude, that's gonna slide around here."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, thank you.
Nice.
I'm gonna go gigging now." Going
Thanks for
gigging.
you.
I only charge you twice as much. I'll give you this.
Yeah. Shout out Kimmel.
Dude.
I'm kidding, but seriously,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. That playing music and thinking about like fucking rock, right? Rock is like the shit. Rock
Of
is
course.
like I'm just in this rock mode right now.
Sure.
Just listening to the Stooges and talking about Motorhead. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Who are some of the rock bands you guys have seen like up close?
The most.
Like what'd you say?
Suicide Machines?
Piercing, ripped out, like up close type
Oh.
shows. You know what I mean? Like you're
RX
in
Bandits
it.
is
You're in
like
it.
probably the most.
Sum 41.
Sum
Back in the day, I
41.
saw them
You're in there?
super up close. Blink 182
Nice.
at Warped Tour 2 was
Yeah.
insane.
Newfound Glory, that kind of shit.
I saw them from far away, but Rolling Stones, I saw them like
Dude.
10 years or 8 years ago or something at Honda, and it was fucking.
Rage Against the Machine is probably the craziest
yeah.
pit I've ever been in.
I've
You've
never
seen
been.
them? You were
Yeah.
in the pit for Rage? Where was that?
2008. It was in Paris. I was living in Paris at the time.
Yeah.
Get out
Yeah.
of here.
All
Yeah.
of us
Yeah, yep.
privileged corner.
That's when I was living in Paris.
I saw them at LA Rising. That was sick, but
Nice,
I was in this crowd.
Oh,
I saw Muse up close. They're probably like one of my biggest. Back in the day, Craig and I saw them at a place called Clutch Cargo's in Michigan.
Yeah, you saw him at a small venue. Yeah.
during Hysteria, when Hysteria came out, and there was probably 200 people there.
Fuck yeah.
So like
That's
we're just
it?
yeah, dude, because Michigan, no one fucking knows them. But
Yeah.
Hysteria was out, and I was like, that's the best bass line I'm gonna play for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went and saw them. Butch Walker too.
Butch Walker's fun.
Butch Walker up close. He's like an insane. Just perform. Him as a performer is amazing.
Yeah.
Because when we saw him in Michigan as well, and he would like flick a pickup and use the body and use his knee and kick it up so the pick would go flying up and he'd grab it and do
Get
shit.
outta
And it's
here.
just like
Oh,
stuff
man.
like that where you're like, not only are you shredding, you're singing, you're doing all your, but like you're performing and like getting out in the crowd, making everyone get down, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
exploding when the part like that shit's awesome.
Yeah.
Totally.
But rock and roll,
Well, the Hives, obviously.
dude.
the Hives.
Alice
Nice.
or
Very nice.
why am I? School's out for summer. Why?
Alice
am I-
Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I saw him when I was like 12, and he was fucking
that's cool.
amazing. Maybe I was like 13, but he
When you were
stabbed
12,
a
you saw
baby
Alice
with a sword, and blood came down. And,
That's awesome.
yeah. Yeah.
What's the first concert you went to?
I think I went to like DI at Chain Reaction when I was like 15.
Okay.
I think it was like that day we got to see a small touring band whose show fell through, so they played a house.
Okay.
And then that night we went and saw DI and like some punk bands at Chain Reaction.
All right.
Dude, Chain was a shit back
Chain
then.
is.
Chain's fun,
It's
man.
still fun. It's
Chain's
still cool.
Yeah,
It's
Chain's
just-
rad.
I'll say this: music scene's not the same.
Yes, the scene is not
That's
the
that's
same.
what happened.
It's still a fun venue.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Chain used to not have alcoholic beverages, and it
Yes.
still was the shit.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they have alcoholic beverages.
It's still. It's
People
it's-
don't go.
Yeah.
I saw this one band and it just popped in my memory. He's like, yeah, we're on this tour. We're calling it the Finding Emo Tour.
Oh, of
And I was
course.
like, oh damn, these
Yeah.
guys don't like emo.
The emo revival is coming.
He
It's
was
already
like-
back, but it's
I
been
think we
coming
saw Fall Out Boy at Chain. We
Wow,
saw Foo
sweet.
Fighters at Chain.
Foo Fighters,
We saw
holy
Green Day
shit.
at Chain.
No way.
All during
Damn.
No One Goes Home days.
Oh, nice.
Because they would do like secret shows. People would do secret. Green Day's like Tub something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever they are. So they
Yeah, they have
did
like
Tiki
where they
Bar.
switch instruments. And
Yeah,
shit.
and then they played Chain. But since we were playing there so much,
You just
Andy
Yeah.
Sorreo, whoever that guy was back in the day, which I think he's now at Glass House with what's his face
With John,
But,
yeah.
with John.
Yeah.
But he just would let us know. He's like, hey, just so you know, like Fall Out Boy's coming this
Oh,
Friday,
fuck.
so like they're not on the bill. There's no
Yeah.
show. Just show up. So we would show up and just go in and be like, where is your boy? I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck
That's so
it.
rad, dude.
Yeah, and the place would be mega packed.
Of course.
But
yeah.
yeah, and then same thing with like yeah.
Foo
They-
Fighters. That's awesome. I'd love to see
Yeah,
them in Chain.
that was
Jesus. That's
back-
never gonna happen again.
Yeah, that was before Chase This
No
Light.
way.
This
Yeah.
was
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, the album before Chase This Light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Chain. Yeah, I went to Chain plenty of times. I
Yeah.
don't think I ever played there though.
Jesus
You've never played
Christ,
there?
you need
Oh.
to play Chain.
Yeah, you
I
should
know.
play Chain.
Hey,
It's a
let's
fun
Chain is
time.
fun. There's a whole. Have you ever been to the back area,
Hey,
dude? You should
folk
go play
area,
it.
the
Yeah.
folk music at the Chain.
You know, it's not hard.
No, I'd get a band.
Dude, I mean, they play everyone there now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
Yeah,
You-
anyone could play Chain.
It's. I mean, it's still pay to play. I think.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Oh,
you
well.
just gotta have a friend band on, and then
Yeah.
you jump on their cart.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
just jump
pay to
on
play goes
someone.
away.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as someone there is gonna pull tickets, they don't do pay to play.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're gonna put together a card, welcome to the land of tickets.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, Zygmunt. Hi,
Ziggy, you gonna play a show?
dog. Ziggy, are you gonna play Chain Reaction?
Yeah, you know I'm gonna itch this fucking neck, though, dude.
So then, okay, we did first concert. What's the first record you ever bought
With your own money.
with your
Vinyl
own money?
or just like
Doesn't
a
matter.
CD?
First album. First album.
Just to say you have money, and you're like, I'm gonna go to the record store. I'm gonna buy something.
yeah.
Music.
Yeah. Buy some music.
I bought a Playboy.
I can't remember. I'll go with vinyl just because I can remember.
Okay.
It was a Negazione record, at
Oh.
Vinyl Solution.
Vital Solution. I love them.
And then
I'm a member.
I'm trying to think about because I had CDs, of course,
Sure.
like, before then, but I don't remember what
First
like,
one?
What the first one was.
Yeah.
I had cassettes and CDs when I was a kid, and then everything, and that stuff, everything, all music, all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
My
Yeah, I mean,
first
friends
tape,
forever.
I never said this, was Living End.
Oh, nice.
That's the first tape I ever bought.
I think the
That
first,
fucking that album rocks. Whatever.
Yeah,
that
Living End's is great.
that- whatever
They're
that
really
album is. That
The one that has the hits on
Yeah,
it,
that
yeah.
has the hits.
Yeah, yeah.
I still have that tape.
Nice.
I'll have to add this to the stack.
There it is.
Now you have two.
I have 2 whole tapes.
Trying to write a folk record, it was actually like it didn't work out
Why?
until I put it on the tape.
Ah, of course.
The fidelity, I put it on, and I was like, "Oh, done."
Yeah,
like,
sounds good now. Yeah.
We
that
have
was
a
a waste.
plugin
That was
that
a waste
can
of time.
help
But yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah. They do have tape saturators now.
I think I made an early mix with a tape saturator, and I was just like, "This is whatever."
Not the same.
Yeah,
I mixed this with Mike at Maps, and that
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
super
yeah.
fun mixing session.
Yeah, Mike's the best. Shout out,
Yeah.
Mike.
Shout out, Mike.
dude, it was like one of those, like, it was just like an easy mix day, you know, where
Right.
it's like we knew exactly what to do. Everything went down. Everything went smooth.
Yeah.
One day, record done. I think Mike and I have done that a couple times.
Nice. Well, when it's just you, I mean, I'm sure it goes real fast.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
easy. There was a fun thing that we were exploring, which was I did this with just 2 mics in my house, which was built in '53. So again, I was going for vibe, but again, plugins just do it easily. Plugins do it way easier.
Yeah. It's just faster. Doesn't mean it's better. It's just
So
faster.
in the house, 2 mics, one on figure 8, and we came into a little conundrum mixing. We were like, okay, how should we do this? We ended up calling Max, who mastered the record, and we were playing with that because it's just 2 mics, me acoustic vocal, and then the guitar just away. I was just like, hang on, let's move the guitar amp. Okay, good. And then Matt was over here, and we just went like all day, 2 days. And then I mixed it proper. Like it was, I think the recording turned out good enough. Because it was in a house. It was just in a fucking box.
Yeah.
I don't treat my house.
Yeah.
There's cool pictures on the wall. There's awesome photos of like the mountains and cool like artwork.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's not a studio. You know. There's like it's not treated at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at the same
not
time,
dead?
it's
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
exactly. It's not dead at all, and it's like a nightmare, right? When you get in like a control
Well,
room
that's why you
and
move
you're
the
like,
mic
what
far
the
away
fuck
and
is
shit.
it?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I just threw two room mics up, and Matt and I were just jamming. We just jammed, got in a good groove. He's like the guitar player I want to be, because he's so good. Every musician's the musician I want to be. Not me.
Yeah, Mick Jagger would love to be.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun to just show? Being a singer, I think singer
Frontman
only
singer, yeah.
is like the shit, because you just
Yeah.
get to show up and all you need is a towel and
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
I've said this
Yeah,
twice
but you
now.
better
I'm into the
fucking
towel.
bring it. You better be able to
Yeah,
sing.
totally.
And put on a show.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was worth mixing, so I mixed it proper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it sounded good in there, you know.
Yeah, and
Even though it's a live room, I'm sure you got good sounds out of
yeah,
it.
you're not gonna record it if it sounds bad.
Right.
No.
And then
Yeah.
once Mike knows the tone quality you're going for, the sound you want, it's probably easy to then move on through your whole thing. So
Yeah.
it's probably
Oh, did you mix it in there? Or
we mixed it at his studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably like first song
Yeah.
took a long time, and then
Yeah.
after then it was like
Yeah.
you're flying the spaceship, dude.
Some
Yeah.
of my favorite
That
records.
fucking spaceship.
Some of
Yeah.
my favorite records I've noticed don't have this like fidelity to them.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, you like nursery rhymes and shit. that
Yeah,
some
yeah. You
lady
were listening.
found while
You're
she's
listening to fucking
traveling.
field
Canada
recordings
Dry.
of folks.
I love Canada Dry. Okay.
Shout out
Verner's,
Canada Dry.
but,
and
you know.
Kennedy
Yeah, yeah.
Dry, folks.
Yeah.
Kennedy
No,
Dry.
but
I
yeah,
mean-
field recordings and shit.
Yeah, that
You're
makes,
not gonna
it
sound-
makes sense that
Yeah.
you like
You like
that.
the lo-fi,
Yeah,
dude.
you're going for lo-fi, especially with
Yeah.
doing that style of music. Like,
Yeah.
why not try to capture what you're hearing?
Yeah.
It's the capturing of when you're making a record, you're finding like takes, right? You're finding takes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the feel to me. It's the feel to us. We're like, that was it. That's what we were trying to go for.
We got it.
We got that.
Yeah.
Can it? And then it evolves.
Right.
Yeah, we always end up doing 5 takes, and we're like, but the third one was the best, right? We're like,
Yeah.
When the third one ended, we're like, let's do a couple more for fun.
Yeah.
but
yeah, we
always
knew it was the third one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
always like the feel of the third one was amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs that you haven't recorded, or jams or feels that just by chance haven't made it onto tape, but you know that you guys like playing?
No,
No.
we kill off things.
You just
Yeah.
make that's
So
a good
like
thing
out
too.
of those 30, those other songs probably will never
We'll never see the light of
day.
day. Yeah.
And we'll never also like
We're
what
not
you
going to
had
go
put,
back on them either.
We'll never
Yeah.
re-record something. So if
Yeah.
we're like, man, we really like this song back in the day, it's never going to be recorded.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's purely forward
It's
looking.
okay
yeah.
to be. It's okay for it to be like that.
Yeah.
Like we have.
Dude,
so,
fucking, you
said-
listen to shit from like 20 years ago, even like from the early 2000s. It sounds dated. Like,
Totally, yeah,
Yeah.
like
definitely.
old Blink records and shit. Like they
definitely.
sound dated as shit, but you
Yeah.
still love them because you know they're
Yeah.
fucking.
You don't
great.
need.
Yeah.
You don't need 2024 version.
No.
You
And yet
have it.
everyone's trying to do that shit, and it's like,
You know?
god damn it.
Well, that's the problem with the fucking world. Jelly
Yeah.
Roll rewrote that fucking Kid Rock song.
Oh my god. And that fucking
Oh, dude, it's fuck everything. All right.
yeah. Yeah, you're just getting me sad now. Yeah, just getting me sad about the state
but
of the music
to-
industry.
I totally get the feel and stuff like.
Yeah, but you're
For-
totally right. It is
Yeah,
about
for this-
capturing that moment. Yeah.
The last record we just did, which we just got the vinyl for, that was our first one in this. So we built
Yes.
this whole thing out,
Nice.
and we're like, hey, we've never
recorded it.
We never
again,
been
yeah.
able to just sit down on our own record, like our own record, and be like, let's do everything we want to do.
Yeah.
Let's not be constrained by like we only have this much time
Yeah.
with this producer
Yeah.
at this
Take
studio.
as long as we want.
So
yeah.
we did, and we did everything that we could. All
Yeah.
alternative percussion and keyboards, and how many vocal takes you want to do? How
All
many,
of 'em,
How many harmonies? How
Yeah.
many gang vocals?
Yeah.
This next record, why you see it's a madhouse,
Yeah.
is because this is Rage Against the Machine, one take. We're all doing
done.
this shit
Yeah.
live,
Yeah.
and that we're gonna go for
Sick.
just straight feel,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
and like it's not gonna be like. Can a
We'll
keyboard
probably
be on
leave
here?
some mistakes in it. Like there'll probably
But
be
it
some
probably
mistakes. in it,
should be
right?
there.
Yeah, yeah. You know, small ones.
Hey.
But yeah.
We don't do mistakes.
That's
right.
right. Happy accidents.
Dude.
yeah.
I played well.
yeah. I killed it. I don't know about you.
When you
I
guys are
killed it.
talking about correcting mistakes, you
Yeah.
got to do it in that scratchy Miles Davis voice when he's
Yeah,
talking about
there's
jazz
no
and shit. You know,
get rid of the butter
it's
notes.
It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
The right note is right there.
no
Hey,
such
this
thing
ain't
as
a
one.
mistake here, okay?
I can watch interviews. With
Yeah,
that guy all
dude.
day.
Don't play the butter notes.
Did I hear Miles Davis talking shit on Elvis?
Probably.
I think it was him.
Why would you
Probably.
go out there and do that same shit?
He was like, that motherfucker just stole all the shit from us
Oh, he probably
back in
did.
this day. Yeah. It's like he's over here just making money off of what we did. They're just like,
Probably.
oh shit, dude, Richard Pryor's here. Yeah, he was cracking jokes, dude. It was great.
Oh yeah,
When
Miles
you-
Davis is the man.
When you loosen yourselves up like that, in the credits that I make the notes because I'm like, it's really for my memory.
Right.
I don't remember when I did this.
Right.
Between 2020 and 2023, I wrote it, right?
Uh-huh.
And then even when I was recording it, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then while writing it, I was like working them out with Matt, who I was jamming with like a ton.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing 2 guitar improv only.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm going to get us restaurant gigs and see if we can just fucking do this.
Doodle. Yeah.
So like, okay, pretend it's jazz. Okay.
Yeah.
Do that. To where we're just like hanging out, being our true selves.
Dude,
through
background
our
music gigs are the
instruments.
best for that sort of thing.
What did
yeah.
you say?
Background music gigs are
Yes,
like the best
totally.
for that. Yeah.
For exploring and
Yeah.
just being loose and
Yeah.
like being
Playing
like,
all the notes.
oops, like, ha ha, we
yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
So like when you can expand like that, your brain a little by like loosening that governor to where it's like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fucking fuck yourself up
Yeah,
here.
don't- yeah, stop
Just
thinking
keep
about it.
going and
Yeah, yeah.
and keep playing the music. Keep playing the music because we can.
I mean, like, I will say, like, as true as it is that we do want to do it super live, this is the most we've probably rehearsed songs ever before recording them.
We have definitely
We've done like 4 rounds of demos.
we are
Yeah.
kind of we're folding the steel a bit.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
But we also
No, in a good way.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
in a good way for sure because
Yeah.
we've never done this process of like, let's write all these songs, then let's flesh them out, and then let's cut them down, and then let's see if there's anything we don't like,
Yeah.
and then let's do it again, and like, what else can we do to make this good? Because the idea of not adding in keyboards, not adding in
Yeah.
tons of vocals
Overdubs
and all
and
this
shit,
stuff,
yeah.
we need to have the song like how we want it
Done, yeah.
to also carry the power you want. And
Right.
the dynamics, we're really working. This
Yeah,
is
it's all
thi-
dynamics,
This should be
yeah.
fucking called dynamics. Other
Yeah.
than it's all drop D, so that's why I didn't tell you. This
Yeah,
whole album's
every-
drop D.
this whole album's
we
drop
wrote
D.
this whole album in drop D.
I'm
Yeah.
very glad
so
because I love.
but it's
drop D.
also like, like super rock balls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's the heaviest we've ever
it's
been.
the heaviest we've ever been.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit,
I
I want to
love
hear
it.
this.
I'm happy
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Dude, yeah, some of the songs like I'm driving home like boom boom boom
Yeah.
boom
Had you guys done drop D before?
Every now and then. Rarely.
now
Yeah.
and then.
Yeah.
So like it's like certain songs, especially slide songs,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
usually
yeah.
do drop D just
Yeah.
because it's easier for Craig. But this one was just like all drop D. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so just some of the
I don't know why we decided that.
Well,
we
it's-
just did one day.
I think what's going to happen here, bud, is we're going to write a country song, a pop song, or
Yeah, yeah.
a country album, a pop album. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to go the whole
Genre
gamut.
by genre.
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to just do
You
all
should.
genres
You
because
should.
we're all pop dudes at heart.
Yeah. We all
So-
just like good songwriting.
So like
yeah.
one of the songs on this is like a pop song, and
Yeah.
it's been done since like round 1.
Yeah.
It's like he told you we've been round.
Yeah.
Every time we touch it, we're like, so this is done already.
yeah.
Because we all know how
There's
to
like
do
2
this.
of those where
We
it's
all
like,
love
yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
we,
So we don't need to touch that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And what's funny is the last album has a pop song on it. That's everyone's favorite. That was
course.
our least rehearsed.
It's our least rehearsed,
Yeah.
least favorite
And
one.
While
our
that
least
works.
favorite.
So
Yeah.
while
Everyone
that
else
works.
loves that one the best. Yeah.
Someone said there was a good song on this one. Like you send it out, and like you you get the
Get the feedback, yeah.
and I'm like, that one?
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
what we all said.
"Fuck yeah."
They were like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate that.
I
Song.
won't play that. Like I won't play.
was like, all right.
You got to leave things behind because as showmen and as musicians who play
Yeah.
in front of people who are hardworking people who are going to a show, we all deserve it to each other. Just have a fucking blast.
Sure.
Yeah.
During a set, right?
Yes.
All of us are fucking
Yeah,
having
we
a blast.
still, pride ourselves on the live show.
Dude,
more
our
than
live show is
anything.
always number one.
Yeah,
And what's
yeah.
funny is like we're all so excited about leaving shit behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we have like people like, well, you didn't play Big Brother. We're like, fuck.
Yeah, fuck that song. We haven't played that song in
That's
years.
from 3 fucking albums ago.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
How much do you think of this new record you're
Yeah.
making will be in the next set you play? The very next set you play?
I
The
would.
next set, probably
The next set
none.
you
We
play
haven't.
live.
The
we
next
haven't
set we
released-
play, so we won't play any of these live until
None
the
of
album's done.
Yeah.
We
We
don't-
haven't even written lyrics to most
yeah.
of them.
And
so.
we're not a release before it's released band.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you won't incorporate one into the set?
Not really, because
Not really.
the last album just came out last
Yeah, exactly.
October.
Yeah, we're still playing stuff from the last
that-
record.
Yeah,
That's
so-
still
It's
quote
Close,
unquote
it's close.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new
And
one. Yeah, I
that's
know.
the new
Yeah.
one.
This
Yeah.
is first quarter.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
First quarter.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm getting out there. Here's
Yeah.
the second
Exactly.
quarter. Gotta
Yeah.
play. I have to play some shows second quarter.
Right,
Third
right.
quarter, I'm gonna fucking walk. I'm gonna go hiking. and then maybe I'll still be
It's
interested.
just
in
field
this. Yeah.
recordings. I'm like,
Nature sounds. Just, yeah.
I've been close.
Doing
But-
nature sounds.
Yeah, I've
oh, you
been
should.
close.
Why not?
But it's just like books and some records. I found a book recently, and I was like, I don't need to write a book anymore. Here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And someone else already wrote it. I'm like, and it's like a relief. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh."
dude, you know what? So
so
this idea
nice.
just came out of nowhere. Would be sick is if you're all into field recordings and stuff. If you literally went on a hike, let's say you're gonna hike up to Baldy or something.
Yeah.
And you had a video guy with you, and let's say you had 9 songs in the pocket.
Yeah.
And you just walked, and every time you took a break, you just fucking played a song.
That's a
And then you just
that's
walk.
That's a good
shit.
idea.
And then you just play
get
another
like a cool background. And
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you
bust out
can
a
speed
song.
up the walking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And then you
think
sit
that's
down and
how.
just
I think that's what I envisioned with this, but I
White
can't.
Stripes just came to my head, just
I can't think of a mic I want to take into the field. You know,
Dude,
like
you
I
don't
can't-
Oh,
need
we
a
can
great
tell
one.
you
But I-
AEA. You
Yeah,
right here.
shout out
You
AEA.
can use the word Greg Johnson to get 10% off your next purchase.
I'll take an AEA then.
Allegedly.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, the quality of the
good
mic.
idea.
Like, just get like a nice little 2-channel test cam or something.
Dude,
you know?
even those
fucking iPhone
yeah,
mics
what's
are pretty
the
good.
there's like the X hand recorder. What
yeah,
the fuck?
test cams make
Is
good
that what-
ones. Well,
yeah.
they're a brand.
Whatever the one
Yeah.
that I had at the old job that was like just a handheld and it
Oh,
had
yeah.
just the X speaker.
Pair, yeah.
When I did commercials with that company, I never had a real mic. I just used that, and I'd just be in a like warehouse
Yeah.
and be able to have like perfect audio with those things. I
That's what
bet
they're
you,
designed for.
Dude, I
so,
bet you
yeah.
out there you would, because it's so omnidirectional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get some
Yeah.
nature sounds, but it'll
Yeah,
be
because
good.
we did stuff like on the street where we're walking, and like there's a chick walking, and she turns around, she's like, eh, and you're like you got even the people like against that company.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck you, company.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was like people walking by, and you could hear like the ruffling of like a
Oh, sure.
person's like suit.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could hear like someone's foot like direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that'd be sick for being like in a dead end, just like pine stop where
Yeah,
it's just like
any forest. Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
done any field recordings?
Nah.
Anything?
no, I mean
Live recordings of the band? Live recordings?
Live
of
recordings?
anything like worth noting?
We should.
Here's this is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm gonna go make field recordings,
Yeah.
I listen to someone's like awesome field recordings, and
you
I'm
shouldn't
like,
do that.
I'm like, it's done. It's good. It's
No, but
good. I
that means-
like it. I'm into
Yeah.
it. Like I'm
But you
satisfied.
should do your own.
I wonder. I get if it were a place that.
Where would you wanna go?
If it were a place like remote. If
Okay.
it were super remote or somewhat remote, because there's not too much remote anymore.
Yeah, I mean, go to like the redwood forest and then like
Yeah.
just go
Just
go
very
left
nice.
instead of right where
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
else
yeah.
is
Forest
going.
would be very nice.
Yeah. Just get in somewhere where you can make sure you're going to be alone, so you don't have like the person
Hikers walking
eating a
behind
peanut
you.
butter and jelly next to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of circling back to you're in a new place
Yeah.
and then you let the music out. You know,
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
let it out
I mean, that
and
would also
capture
be
it.
sweet as field recording to just go.
Yeah, start
we-
writing shit.
there's a
Just do some
place-
improv out
yeah.
there and fucking.
Totally.
Dolly
Yeah.
Parton's
Yeah.
house. We were in the middle.
That's
like
right.
we're like in the middle of
Dolly
Joshua
Shrine.
Tree or something.
Joshua Tree, yeah.
And it's just the
What is
name of it was
29
called
Palms or something?
29 Palms, and
Yeah.
it was called Dolly Parton's house because it just was a bunch of Dolly Parton shit.
Yeah, the whole house is
But-
decorated in like Dolly Parton.
I bet you if you like straight up in
crazy.
that house did your own recording, it would sound fantastic just because it's
Yeah.
a new place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could do one where it's at night and you're just in, because you would walk out the front of that place and there was no one around you for like a half a mile.
I
Yeah.
love that.
So like
Yeah.
it would just
Just
be
go look at
wind
stars.
noise.
Totally.
Yeah. So you just sit there and you could sit on the bench outside and just
Yeah.
have.
That windlessness and that vast expansive space creates.
Yeah. Do you want to feel small?
creates that audio, creates that like what do you call it, soundscape, right?
Yeah.
Like
The ambiance.
And that's why there's certain studios that just have it, you know, or like certain. You guys played enough places where you've been like, oh, I love this place. I
Well,
fucking love how it sounds.
Maps' drum sounds are just magic, you know?
Yeah.
Like they just have a
Dude.
really good drum space, you know? Just
Yeah.
through geometry and whatever, just luck,
Totally.
you know?
Yeah. It's probably fucking luck.
Yeah.
Because
You know, they treated it, sure, but, you know.
yeah, like there's just so many other places you go to. Like we had a fucking guy over here doing math, and
Yeah, yeah.
you're like, it still sounds all right.
Yeah.
And then you like go to someone else's room that's like Gemini, and you're like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
sounds really good somehow, and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a 8-foot high by,
Cardboard
like-
box,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like finding places that sound awesome, and because we have good ears, you know when a place sounds like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk into a place and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Fuck! I paid all this money for this.
there's that too,
That's what
there's
always
that too.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah, your studio sucks, man.
God damn it, dude! This guy recorded the Stooges.
No wonder those recordings suck.
These the Funhouse was recorded, I think, from what I remember. That's one of my favorite records. In like in a house, it was all
Oh,
live.
nice.
It was
Yeah.
all live.
Probably.
And
Mute Math does that so well. I don't know if you know them. Mute Math.
Oh, Mute Math
No.
are so cool.
I gotta hear
Dude,
those
they are
records.
so good from Louisiana. They had a song in the MLB finals or something
Oh,
like
did
that.
they? Oh, nice.
They and got some stuff on Jimmy Kimmel and whatnot, but their drummer is insane.
Their drummers are really
He
good.
tapes
Yeah.
his headset to his head because he just moves so much.
Yeah.
And he also he's like a machine.
Yeah, he's an insanely good
But
drummer.
I will say the drums here sound really good.
Yeah, we get good drum sounds.
We do.
Yeah.
We did work really hard at using gobos. And
Yeah.
I liked your gobos. I was looking at those actually.
Nick made them.
I like
Built
good-
built
like
this
nice
table.
gobos,
Built the
dude.
gobos.
Yeah,
Dude, sick.
Michigan
I
man.
built this place.
You did build this place. You really did.
Yeah, I like
You
a good
fucking did
gobo.
build
Yeah,
this
we hung. So all the walls are hung a specific way so that if he was playing drums full force, you get out to the sidewalk. It's
Yeah,
like
you're not
pit
gonna
pats.
hear it.
It's like pit, pit, pit.
Yeah, you don't
now,
hear it across the
bass
street.
tone doesn't give a fuck. It's
It
all the
goes
way down
through.
the street.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
it should.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. That's what bass does.
I shouldn't turn it up to 8.
Yeah.
I always liked being like a smaller dude and
Uh-huh.
playing the bass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Making all that noise.
All
I've
big
always
bass.
been into subwoofers and shit in my cars.
Yeah.
I've always
My
been
first car
hip-hop
ever had a
rock guy.
subwoofer in it. It was awesome.
Yeah,
What were you
fucking
jamming on that subwoofer?
Oh, anything.
bass mechanics, funky, annihilating.
Yeah,
bass,
whatever.
bass,
Yeah,
bass.
all of it. It was like a separate fucking speaker that I
Dude,
think I still have.
Bunch of
actually.
Luda, dude.
I don't think I sold it with the
Nice.
car. Yeah.
Man,
Dude, I
back in
mean,
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Anderson .Paak?
I like him.
Yeah.
I don't what is it? Not on like the regular rotation, but every time I see him and every time I hear him, I love it. I was at a barber shop once and I was like, "You got to check this out, guys!"
Uh-huh.
Like because it was on TV and no one cared.
Nice.
Like you guys are missing.
No, but
It's
but
good.
but
It's
it's him.
good.
I
Yeah.
brought it up because just today, and I just picked it up,
Uh-huh.
he released the vinyl from his Tiny Desk concert that he
Oh,
signed.
sweet.
Ooh,
And that's what got
nice.
me into him, is when
yeah,
I saw that Tiny
Desk.
That is a
Desk.
good tiny desk.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think it's a #1 still to
Is
this
it?
day.
Oh, really?
The
Nice.
most plays.
Nice.
And that's what I was just instantly was just like, holy shit, this dude plays and sings like
Yeah.
so.
He's really fucking
He's
good.
so dynamic and
Yeah.
just so great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Silk Sonic.
Yeah. Silk Sonic's their shit.
Silk
Fuck,
Sonic's
dude.
awesome.
It's like the
Yeah.
when, where's fucking
Amarillo
funk? Where's funk?
Yeah, totally.
Open. Yeah. There's this amazing video of these two Korean dudes singing that song in karaoke. They're totally Korean.
I was 100% racist.
Yeah. Super. But it's 100% accurate too. But it's just these two middle-aged Korean dudes singing that song. It's amazing.
They look exactly like you think they
Yeah.
look.
Picture two Korean dudes. It's that. Yeah. singing that song.
my
It
God.
is the best.
It's so great.
It's just two of them.
Yeah,
I
just
gotta
two of
send
them
it to
with
my-
like a young dude playing acoustic guitar for
I
him.
gotta send it to.
Dude.
I hope
my buddy's,
it's hard to find. I tried looking for it the other
It's
day.
probably because we made fun of him so
yeah,
much.
they took it down.
They took it down. I'm not even making fun of it. I think
No,
it's
it was
awesome.
amazing. I loved it so much.
I
It had
just,
like Korean subtitles and
yeah,
shit
I just
too.
picture it as like we did karaoke and
That's right.
I faked a Korean song. I got an A on that fucking
That's
thing.
right.
Dude.
That's right.
I didn't know one fucking word.
You made the A.
But
Yeah,
I know fucking pop music, and I heard it, and I was like, I think I know what they're saying.
yeah, you can sing the
Like,
melody at
I'm
least.
sure that's what those dudes were doing. They're like, this
Yeah.
fucking song bangs.
They can
And-
read.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can read. Like, I'm gonna just go for it.
yeah, yeah.
Funny.
Only difference, I can't read Korean.
Yeah.
I'm sending this to my friends Steve and Bruce. They're brothers,
Yeah.
and
They'll
I'm,
fucking love
I'm
it.
I'll find
guessing they look just like them.
Probably. Yeah.
The haircut. You know
Two
what I'm saying?
Korean dudes. Yeah.
They look
Two
just
Korean
like
dudes.
me, dude. He did point at me when he said they look just like him.
Yeah.
No, I love, dude.
There's good shit out there.
Yeah, there's just so much music.
Yeah.
There's so
There's
much.
never enough.
That's one of the things that I'm already like super like thankful for coming here, and that you're recording this.
Yeah.
I now don't have to write any of this down. Like all the
You can
music,
always come back
I've
and
just
listen
been
to
I got
what?
enough bullet points to put on the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast description.
the,
I'll give you the Japanese bands.
The
yeah.
amount of music
Yeah.
that I love to hear and like jot down, seek from
Yeah.
like fellow music lovers is just so.
Yeah.
It's enormous, right? It's
Sure.
like it's everywhere. Everyone you can ask anyone
Yeah.
what they're listening to, and it's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
Because they love it,
Right.
and you just turn it on, you're like, oh yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
probably
good.
discover most of the music between us just by
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talking to each other. Because Craig has
Yeah.
got a
Craig listens
his
to the
own
most.
world
Yeah.
of like top 40.
He
on
knows
top
more
of
about the
it.
top 40 than either of us.
He's on top
Yeah,
40.
but then there's
Yeah.
like
'Cause he
all-
just has
all
to.
the weird just Japanese to
Yeah.
pop punk to emo from
Yeah.
Oliver, and then just random
and the
shit.
hip hop shit. from
Yeah,
the,
it's also like I found the chats and I just thought,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
just watching the chats.
We were literally
today.
just watching the chats. Do you know the
And
chats?
they're
No,
Australian pop or
These
punk band. dude.
Yeah,
They're the
Australian punk
best.
trio. Oh, they're
But
so
I
good.
found them one day and I just showed them, and then like we've all just like
we still quote their songs all the time. Yeah.
with just random shit. You just
Yeah.
on YouTube, you click on something, you
Yeah.
find this hole, you fall down it.
You
just
You're
keep
like,
going.
dude, this band fucking rocks. Like I never
Yeah.
heard of them before, and then you're like,
And now they're my favorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
now,
totally.
now I will always listen to the chats. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, every
Yeah,
week.
dude, pub feed, all right?
I like listening to
All I
listening to
want.
new stuff like all week, and then the weekend hits, and like all the stuff that either stuck through from the week or all my favorite stuff comes on.
Oh,
during-
that's
during the
smart.
weekend.
I like that.
It's fun.
That's really cool.
It's fun. Music's super good for your brain, right? So
Of
it's
course.
like you guys seen those videos where they have people in Alzheimer's and dementia studies.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
And they listen
The
to
only
music
thing
and
they
stuff.
can
Yeah.
do is
Yeah.
play music.
Yeah.
Right.
They put on the headphones
Yeah.
and it's like they're like, "Oh,
I remember everything.
yeah. I was at the soda fountain
Yeah.
in 1950."
Yeah.
Probably later than that. But they were just the world of memories like
Yeah.
floods into their
Yeah.
brain.
Crazy.
Or they do piano teachers or players, and they put that song out, and then they instantly just start playing it. And you're like,
Yeah.
you haven't touched a piano in 30 years, Elvis.
And you just masterly know it. Yeah.
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 Mildred, how did you know that?
Right.
She's like,
What's like a random piece of music that popped into your guys' heads recently that you can remember?
Ooh.
That you can remember. I'm trying to think of one too because I had something
I
pop
had
into
a
my
good.
head.
You had a good one the other day.
I always have that.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got them the most.
I am
Yeah.
a radio signal, and it's really
yeah,
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Now-
like
right,
any-
right
kinda
now when you
torturous
said it,
Yeah, yeah.
less than Jake Knight that pine. Just popped
Okay.
in my head.
All right.
There you go.
There's
Hey, there goes the rooster. Just came in my head.
yeah, see?
yeah.
It's just like random stuff.
Alanis Morissette. It just popped in my head.
right. Cool.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah.
That's what's so rad about music and playing for people. This is one of the reasons why I like. I don't think I ever sought cover bands before, but
Sure.
now I'll be like, okay, I'll go see. Like I saw what is it, Atomic Punks at the fair. I was
Nice.
like I want to go
Yeah.
see early
We
Van
saw.
Halen.
We saw. Yeah. Right. We saw a Queen cover band at the fair.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was
yeah.
awesome. I went with my lady and we were talking about it after we were leaving and we overheard someone saying, "Yeah, dude, that fucking band's been together for like 20 years.
Yeah.
The cover band
Yeah.
has been together for 20 years." And then we were talking about it was like, that's longer than Queen was a band. Queen was only a band for like 16
Right.
years. That cover band has been together longer than the band that they're covering.
They're probably better.
yeah, right.
They're probably better.
They were really
They've-
fucking good.
They've played the songs more than they
Yeah,
have.
exactly.
I don't know. Did they have AIDS?
I don't. Well,
I don't know if they're
know.
better than.
I can
you
get
can't
down on
be
that.
better. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't be a Queen cover band
Unless you have A's. Yeah.
We do cover stuff too, but we
Yeah.
don't
We don't practice them.
and we
No.
don't promote for it
Yeah, yeah.
either.
Yeah.
So like you'll never.
You can
find
hire us.
Yeah, like
Hire us.
we're playing for this company.
That's true, we actually
at
are.
the end of September.
We
Very
actually
nice.
if
literally
you
are.
can see it, you might be able to find us.
Yeah, yeah. If you're listening, we're not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, we're not saying the brand.
yeah,
They're not paying us. enough.
yeah, yet, but they will. But yeah, I think that we're playing one of their
but
events.
we do because you gotta like how are you gonna get the vinyl?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
everyone
for
gonna
some
pay?
reason, well, for a good reason, cover bands make more money than, or covers,
so
gigs make more money.
It's like, do you want to play for 4 hours and play a bunch of stuff that drunk people yell at you?
Totally.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, I got Ultimate Tab on my phone.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, do you want to, all right, what song? Okay, it's GCD. Wow. A lot
Well,
of
that's the
songs
thing.
are
It's like
that.
we just like playing, so it doesn't matter if it's our
Yeah.
songs or
Yeah.
someone else's songs.
And
Like,
we
fucking-
also
yeah.
have a lot of fun at doing three-part harmonies.
Yeah, we're just making shit up.
If we
yeah,
get three-part harmony a whole song,
yeah.
What's
Dude.
the song you guys are doing?
Oh, we
for the three-part
did it
harmony?
to like
I
Beastie
wanted-
Boys and shit.
Dude.
Like, yeah.
Social Distortion.
Social Distortion.
We have a whole
Yeah.
backup vocal part that
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't exist.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
we
do
just
it
made it up.
every time.
Yeah,
Me and him hit
That's
two harmonies
super
together through
yeah.
like
For the whole
thing.
song.
That's
Yeah.
super.
But it's like,
Yeah.
make it fun.
Totally.
I'm gonna play. It's what is
Yeah.
it? DCG the whole
Yeah, the
fucking
whole
time.
fucking song. Yeah.
So it's like I
Yeah.
gotta do something, dude.
Right. You got to make it fun somehow.
Yeah, and we also just jam way too hard on that. I probably play
Yeah.
like 45 notes at one
Right,
point.
right. Yeah, I play it like a jazz
Yeah,
song.
boom,
yeah.
boom, biddle-diddle-diddle-doo,
Yeah, yeah.
biddle-diddle-diddle,
Yeah, yeah,
boom,
yeah.
biddle-diddle-diddle-doo.
Yeah.
That's what I end up doing during one of the parts. We jam out of that for like
That's
30
awesome.
seconds.
What
Yeah.
what other covers do you guys play?
We do tons.
Dude.
We have a whole repertoire.
There's probably 200 songs at least.
Yeah.
It's
It's a lot.
But it's also if you sat down and we always ask, you got to do top 40 hits.
Yeah.
Don't hit me with like Japanese B-side.
no.
yeah.
But if you do that
Yeah.
and we can look it up, Craig
And
and,
we
I
know it,
Craig and I
yeah.
both used to work at a grocery store for a long time, and for some reason that has
That's
Dude,
adult contemporary,
I'm not
dude.
kidding.
It's straight
We
up,
can
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
play like. We just literally, if Oliver
Like
doesn't know,
Matchbox
we're
20
like,
and shit?
hey, this is like a 50s like boom cha song. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, we start playing it, and instantly he's doing the part. I'm like, yep.
yeah, yeah. I can count to 4.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we just look at him like chorus, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, oh, there you go, bud.
Yeah, yeah.
We're in the
And chorus.
and like that's all you need. And
Yeah.
if either of me and Craig have heard it,
They'll
like
do it,
usually
yeah.
we can do all the harmonies on it too.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
just like, I've heard the song a gajillion times.
And
Yeah.
you can,
Like
and,
Michael McDonald, let's go.
Yeah.
and what you can't figure out, you know, because you guys are musicians and you can just
Just guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Craig stumbles through stuff like
Yeah.
Brothers or whatever. The
Dude,
hell
we
that-
did fucking Rush last cover gig.
Dude,
we played
I've
Rush.
never
We played
played-
Tom Sawyer.
Oh my god.
We played Tom Sawyer. It was
I
hilarious.
figured that shit was like bonga gonga
Yeah.
gonga gonga. I was like, oh, that's all right now. Banga gonga bugga bonga
We did
gonga.
because we had someone sitting in on keys with us, and he's a Rush dude. So
Yeah.
But I mean, fucking. First of all, I don't have a 360-degree drum kit, so I clearly can't play
can't
the
do
song.
that.
I don't
can't
have
do
hair.
it right. Yeah. Yeah, you're not Geddy Lee.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I wish I was.
Geddy Lee rules.
What you say?
There's rules to this, you know.
Yeah. There's rules.
There's rules. You can't play Geddy Lee unless you have hair. Racist against the hair people.
Yeah. This is against people with
I
hair.
am very racist
Yeah,
against
yeah.
people with hair.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Do you have any covers that you have like in your back pocket that you like to play?
I've been
Yeah.
playing a ton of Stooges stuff because it's all in my brain.
Okay.
right?
Just by
And-
yourself? Or
Yeah, I've just been hanging out,
Nice.
playing that stuff. But then covers like,
like if you perform it or something.
yeah,
Like,
I'll play
so
like
one for you. We have Cold as Ice. We recorded.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
did.
Yeah, we've
Or
recorded covers,
Ballroom Blitz.
nice, very nice.
So there you go. There's two that
There's the
we
two that we've
have
actually
done
rehearsed.
Those
real.
are, those are man, Ballroom Blitz just opened.
It's
up
way
some
better
numbers.
than
I love that.
Cold as Ice. Yes.
Yeah, I
agree.
like that one better too.
It's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, like everyone, I know a bunch of songs, so there's a lot in my back pocket. There's a lot
Sure.
in my back pocket. I threw a bunch of Stooges lyrics in like a folder the other day that has
Okay.
all these lyrics in it because I realized I don't know some of these lyrics because
Sure.
he's such a maniac, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
was
can't even
I was
understand what he's
I thought he
saying
was
half the
saying-
time.
I
Yeah.
thought he was saying "Feel the flow, hey babe."
Yeah.
He's saying no. He's saying something else.
I love those kind of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Incubus does that to me.
You can just
Yeah,
find
yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah.
You can just find. You
How
can
do
just
you do
make
it?
them up to yourself.
So
Bring
what?
it-
So that's a good question. When you're writing, when do lyrics come in? Do you start with lyrics? Do you
Yeah.
end with lyrics?
It depends.
Is that like super last? Because
This-
for us, it's super last.
This stuff has been
Like out of the studio.
I've been pretty
Yeah.
lyric heavy the last few years, whereas I think in the beginning it was always music first,
Okay.
and then it became lyrics, because you can I'll find lyrics and I can hear it in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be like, oh yeah, I know this one. So that I got to that point, I guess, like as a
You mean your own lyrics?
yeah,
Like,
I'll find my lyrics and be like,
Yeah.
I know this one, or
Yeah.
even I'll look at like other people's lyrics. Like I'll print out like I'll print out like a Neil Young lyric, or I'll look at like a Neil Young lyric. I say print out like I'm 50 or something.
It's all right. I print out stuff too.
I do put them on the music stand. I do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
first, so it goes whoosh.
Yeah.
I like that you said
tap
Neil
Clo-
Young too.
clothespin.
and Not
Yeah,
Bob. Yeah, that's good.
So
That's good.
so I'll throw up some of the lyrics, and I'll be like, I'll look at them, and because I want to play it, or I want to learn it, or
Sure.
I'm planning on playing it something. I'm like, I know this, so that's where I'm at with lyrics.
So when you're when you're writing,
Yeah.
where does the lyrics come in? So let's say our strategy is music first, production,
Yeah.
lyrics last.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
It depends. It depends.
All right.
But if I were to, I can go
Well,
off
like
on,
the le- like
I can
these
go off
ones.
on one. I can go off on
Yeah.
one. Lyrics.
Yeah.
Lyrics will be first.
Uh huh.
If I'm feeling something,
You've already written them, and yeah.
I'm like it's like, or like I'm thinking something,
Yeah.
or like the songs on this.
Uh huh.
So like A Visit from Josephine, that's an instrumental, but it ends with When Your Garden Grows.
Uh-huh.
So I was probably just fucking in my garden like one day, and I was just like, and then I wrote When Your Garden Grows, right?
Yeah.
And then Die in California, I remember that's in a notebook somewhere.
Sure.
Like I found that, and I was like, that's a good song, keep that. And
Do
then,
you do like journaling and shit?
I
or
journal a
do-
ton, yeah. I have notebooks, I
Sure.
have drawing pads. I usually have one like blank, no lines notebook going that
Sure.
has whatever's going on in my life.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have one in my backpack.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there's fucking a million notebooks everywhere. in
Yeah.
the
Oh, I've
phone.
got like 6 notebooks.
And I'm like,
going,
hey, I
yeah.
got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Hang on, remember this for me. But it'll typically be, I think to make a point for writing lyrics first, write out your lyrics, write out my lyrics, and then that becomes the document, and go from there. Go from there, and then that changes, and I'll start playing, because I can play with some lyrics in front of me and start figuring that out.
Do you have music in your head when you have lyrics?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
That's what I always wonder. Is like
Yeah.
I just don't. It's very foreign to me to like. I have stories and poems and shit in my
Yeah.
phone, but I never have music like to them. Like if I read them, I'm not like here's a fucking
Yeah, yeah.
violin, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, this is a story about like.
I sometimes have
something
melodies.
stupid.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have like but it's like super generic. It's like super nursery rhymey too,
Yeah,
where it's like
totally.
literally like
6,
Just-
5, 4, 5.
yeah,
six.
seriously,
That's this
for it's
whole
like because it's
You'll learn it real quick.
I know
well no
that on
it's
recorder.
like because it's for like syllable counts, right? To
Yeah,
to make sure the syllables
absolutely.
line
Yeah,
up,
totally,
you
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
so that it's like placeholder. It'll probably change by the time it's done, but like that's the like placeholder rhythm I have more.
Yeah, at least you know when the changes are and stuff
Exactly.
for you.
Yeah. So I can like that can be a verse. you
Yeah,
know?
you're also
Yeah.
so nerdy. You're
Yeah.
probably just like, no, let's do a fucking dynamic 7th on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
There are
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Wait.
There are times where I'll write something out or type something out. I'll write a lyric and I'll have the music in my head, like the phrasing,
Uh-huh.
how it's gonna go, and then I'll come back to it and be like, how did I do that? Most of the time that comes when I've gotten to like these 2 lines that are supposed to be some sort of bridge, and I'm like, what was I thinking there, like with this bridge? Because
Yeah.
the bridge is always different.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, because you could just write, you start with verse, chorus, and go from there, and you just
Yeah.
work around that, you know.
Yeah, bridges are usually our last.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they're because you gotta
You gotta change
You
everything.
gotta do something cool.
Yeah, you gotta do something cool. You gotta do something different.
gotta bridge. It's in the you gotta bridge the gap.
Yeah,
it's in
yeah,
the
yeah.
phrase.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
That's my
yeah.
new band, Bridge the Gap. All right, you can hear us next.
soul and R&B.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, get pissed.
The lyrics
Yeah.
are my thing. The lyrics are like I write those out, and then I go from there, and they'll pop in my head, and like like this stuff. It's like nursery rhymes. You remember
Sure.
them, right? Or like your favorite songs. You remember them.
Yeah.
If you sing something enough, or like hum something enough, or read something enough, you guys' lyrics change, right?
Sure. Yeah. All the
Because
time.
you wrote it out and you're like, that's it.
Yeah,
And then you're like, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't
then-
even fit.
Yeah. And then once it's pressed, like you guys
Yeah.
got vinyl now. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very serious commitment to some lyrics.
Yes,
Like so
right.
you got to make sure
But I don't think we make that commitment until we're recording it, like literally in the booth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But I think that perhaps you can decide when and where.
Oh,
you
sure.
can decide when and where.
Oh, yeah.
And the booth is a good place.
Yeah.
The booth
It's
is a
the best
fantastic
place.
Yeah.
Because it's the final place.
Yeah, I'll grab one. Or you have just regular sparkling water?
Yeah. Do you want? What do you have? Tropical or?
The yuzu.
Yuzu? Yeah,
Yeah,
yuzu.
yeah.
Thanks, man.
I was gonna ask, who are your big lyric people then? Who who inspires you lyrically?
There's so much. There's so many. You know who I like
What about like just lately?
lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, lately I think about John Doe from X because he was in the same camp. He was in this like LA. I think we got it this time. I could do it. Ready?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. This is our sample noises. Wait. This is yours. 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
So John Doe came out of the same camp as like Tom Waits. They were these Hollywood guys.
Okay.
They were these LA dudes who were also into like poetry.
Right.
And like LA has this
sorry.
like romance, right? I'm not into it. But LA has this thing.
I hate
this,
romance.
Like,
Yeah, I hate LA.
I hate LA too. Fuck it.
This like sexy, gritty West Coast. This is Hollywood.
Yeah, like
even,
the germs and shit.
Even
like,
back in the day,
and X.
the fucking missionaries would look at LA and talk about, oh yeah, Mission San Gabriel, that's a bunch of drunks up there.
Oh,
there's a
weird.
thing about LA,
Huh.
and so then I think about who's gone through LA, and of course now like it's right there. We're
Yeah.
here. It's Southern California.
We're basically in LA.
It's California.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a thing to some people, right? But some people push through, and it's like that guy's rad.
Yeah.
That person, even some people who move here and become like Tom Petty's like an all LA thing. It's like that. It's like fine. Like
Yeah.
you can
He
sing,
adopted it.
You can sing
Yeah.
about California. That's
Yeah.
cool. You're
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But it is so.
Well, he sings about Florida a lot too. so,
Yeah. But
too.
it's
Yeah.
not generic. It's not cliche, but
Just universal.
yeah, it's like it's LA. Like everyone looks at LA like that's where you go to get famous, and,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's where all the famous people are, and that's where the music. And then you really realize that like everyone that's writing about that is not from LA.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
totally.
sure.
You're like,
Totally.
all right, you're really good at music, and
Yeah. You're
You-
from Oklahoma.
yeah, welcome to Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think about like a guy like John Doe who's coming out of this camp of like romantic, poetic guys in gritty LA.
Yeah.
He's a godfather of punk, LA
Right.
punk.
Yeah, yeah.
And he still to this day has these fun ways with lyrics.
Yeah.
I listened to the new X album. It's great. His
Nice.
last solo record was fun.
Wait,
it's
X? Like the
X, the punk band. X.
a punk
they have a
band,
new
X.
album?
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
a new record. They just put out 2 great
Oh,
records. Great
okay.
records. Yeah, Alphabet Land came out like before that.
Okay,
Great
gotta hear him.
records.
I don't know.
So I think about him. I think about like all the classic guys because
Sure.
you gotta go to like the dictionary of songwriters like
Yeah,
Neil
yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil Young's great. I love what's that one? Look Out Mama. There's a white boat coming up the river.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That one's
it's
the shit.
fucking-
With the big red beacon and a man around the rail. That shit, It's like
dude.
Powderfinger,
I'm so
know?
sick of Bob Dylan. Craig is so Bob Dylan. It drives me
Craig's
crazy.
been on a Bob Dylan
Yeah.
kick.
Have you
I-
ever liked Bob Dylan?
No.
I like him a lot.
I like him
I
fine.
just-
I'm just of the opinion that and it's the right opinion that all the people who cover him are better than him.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I
Every
just can't get
Bob
over
Dylan
that.
cover is better than the original.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's always been a horseshit
And it's
singer.
like, oh,
Yes,
let's look at the
always.
words. I'm like, well, then go to poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
He,
you
he
want to
wrote.
scat?
He
Learn
won.
how to write
Didn't he
music.
win
Write
like a
lyrics.
Nobel
Of
like
course he
literature
did,
prize or
dude.
something? Yeah.
He did, but he said something interesting, I think.
Yeah,
And
just
I-
with Bono and Saving
think-
Ireland.
That's right.
I think he said something like, if anyone played and sang "Merry Little Lamb" as much as I did, you eventually just write shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all just learn shit and write shit, make it your own, right?
It's a
Right.
fake hate for Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I do hate him, but it is fake.
But fuck him. Yeah.
I want
mean-
you to hate him.
Yeah.
I want you to hate
I
him.
don't hate anybody, but Bob Dylan's one of them.
He also fake hates Ringo from the Beatles. So,
Oh no!
yeah, no, he actually hates Ringo.
I don't
The
mind.
worst drummer in the Beatles
I
is
don't mind
Ringo.
that because if
Fuck
it's
yes.
Ringo
if
fucking
it's
rules.
Stones, Beatles, it's Stones because Brown Sugar.
Ah.
Beatles would have never written Brown Sugar.
Oh,
but I'm sorry,
interesting.
guys.
You
If
two are
it's-
the Stones guys.
If it's of the era, it's Led Zeppelin. It was over once Led Zeppelin came along.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
yeah, that's kind of
Bottom
true.
is
Being
insane.
his god.
Bonham's
yeah.
the man.
Yeah.
Bonham's the man.
I'm still Keith Moon
Ringo
guy, but yeah.
wishes his left
Keith Moon
foot
awesome.
had half the fucking air that Bonham breathed during the
Yeah.
time he was alive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, Bonham rules, Zeppelin rules. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Here's
I
the
like
problem.
Ringo rules.
I will always hate on Ringo just because it's slightly unfair to him, and
Yeah.
I will admit this.
Yeah.
That most of the Beatles music doesn't need dynamic drums at all.
But it has dynamic drums. What are you fucking talking about? He writes amazing parts. You're talking about early Beatles. Dude, all the later Beatles shit
I'm
has
talking
amazing
about
drums shit on
if
it.
there's cool stuff, Paul did it.
That's not true at fucking all. That's true. I mean, it's true on 2 songs. It's true on 2 songs.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm
That
not,
you know.
I'm not agreeing with you guys
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm just laughing along.
Well, I
you
know. I know. But it's also just not true.
You'll
You're
never
just
settle
wrong.
this
Yeah,
because I'm right and so is he.
yeah, we're both right.
Can you do that thing that he does? The dun, 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 you know? with
Oh
his
yeah,
right hand?
yeah. Ringo
I
rules.
wish
He's
I
a
could
really
do that.
fucking good drummer.
I can't do that. I
and
can
he's
never
just
do
smart. He's the tastiest drummer.
That. I can't do that. I can't feel it. I can't
Yeah.
see it.
On like I Feel Fine and shit, like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and I bet you
Yeah.
fucking probably John did it.
I was
Overdubbed the ride cymbal.
Yeah, dude. He was over there with 2 sticks doing it.
I was hiking once, and I was like, I'm just gonna start asking people some crazy questions. But I was like, I don't want people to think I'm fucking
Have you ever
that
seen the
guy.
color blue?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, here's a fun one. And I was like, all right, okay, who's your favorite Beatle? And I just wanted to tell them that they were wrong because it's John.
Sure. Oh, you're a John guy?
Yeah, I like
You're
John.
John?
I
You're-
think
I think
he's.
you're-
I'm Paul.
I
Yeah.
think he's crazy. That's why.
Yeah.
I think he's legit.
I'm a George guy. So,
George, I like
yeah.
George. They're
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah,
They're
he
all-
got
yeah.
killed, dude. You know that?
Yeah, he's fucking dead. He's dead as
John's dead.
fuck, dude.
They're all
John
fucking
got
dead.
shot, dude.
2
You
of them are dead.
1980, right? That sucks, dude. That sucks.
He's
The
only
guy-
like 42 or something.
You're in a very small pool,
Yeah.
consistently off as a John.
think
Yeah,
He's
I think
crazy,
yeah,
dude.
I think most of the people we ask that to say Paul.
Dude, there might be
Yeah.
3 other people that have said John.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be in like a 1 of 2.
Yeah.
we won't get along because I don't think John got along with that many people. Like I think the thing
Yeah.
about him is
I
like,
got a
you
gun
can-
in my car.
You
dude.
can hear. You
Allegedly.
can hear
Thanks,
his
bud.
his abuse. Like you can hear
Yeah.
his like.
I mean,
something
listen
a
to
little
Mother,
There's
dude,
something
like,
broken there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Listen to that
his
shit,
wife
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just all day like,
was into
oh,
that.
stop yelling at me.
Or he was in.
Yeah, he's got serious he's got serious mommy issues for sure, dude.
for sure. Yeah, he's.
He called Yoko mom like all the time, dude.
I think
Oh,
he's a
God,
serious.
I'm hard
like,
now.
Yeah.
He's a mental case. You know?
Yeah.
Allegedly. Dude.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, no. John wrote the best lyrics, that's for sure. I'd say John had the best lyrics. George wrote the best songs.
I just like I feel like he's violent, you know. That's why I'm just like
Yeah,
John's violent.
I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her apart from the things that she loved. Man, I
him.
was mean, but I'm changing my scene.
Yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Octopus's Garden was the best song.
There you go. That's fucking Ringo.
I'm kidding.
I like Octopus's Garden.
Damn, dude.
I'm just kidding. I do like Octopus's
Yeah.
Garden. It's my favorite Ringo song. Paul probably wrote it.
No, Ringo definitely wrote the shit out of that.
He
dude.
did, dude, because that's a fucked up
It's-
song.
yeah, it's a
I
dumb song.
like to live
Under the sea.
sea.
Yeah.
Octopus's Garden in the shade.
Yeah.
I don't like how that song is like very like respected now. Like
It's a great song.
that was a fucking drug song. Like
Dude.
go back to that was drugs and that was awesome instead of
No.
oh it was great.
The
you
first
wrote
time I
good."
did a good amount of shrooms
I mean,
in
did
California.
did
I
you
watched
watch
that movie.
Get Back?
I didn't finish it, but yes.
Yeah, you can watch him write that song. There's like him writing that song in it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, he's like plunking on
I
it on piano.
watched, was it Magical Mystery Tour?
Oh, that's
yeah.
a trippy fucking
So
movie, dude.
I took like 5 allegedly 5
Allegedly.
grams. Well, actually, it's fine here.
Yeah.
Shrooms, and they're like in a bus, and it's all black.
Yeah.
And they go like, if you look left, it's black, and like if you look right, it's color.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like red shot all over my world. It's like, I was like,
That movie's fucked up, dude.
it is so fucked
That
up,
is a very fucked up
especially on
movie.
shrooms, dude.
Yeah.
I'd do it again. You want
Sounds fun.
I got them in the. They're in the fridge allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I'd like to be
Under the sea. Yeah.
Now there's something I think there's something to be said for drug music. Like
Yeah.
hey, you're gonna get crazy on drugs and here's the
Yeah.
soundtrack to it. Or
Yeah.
better yet,
Well, the
I don't
Beatles did
know it-
fuck tons of drugs. They never did them in the studio. they got fucking high and then they came back and
I also
made music.
feel like there's a point of capturing, right?
yeah.
So like, there's so much music out there on drugs,
Yeah.
but the stuff that we hear is probably the stuff that passed a like
They had to listen to it sober.
some kind of guard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's some kind of filter that it had to go through. in
George
order for
Martin
them
wasn't
to-
doing drugs.
Yeah, but
George Martin's a fucking
the stuff that's
square.
great that passes that is like, all right,
Yeah.
like Aerosmith, so much cocaine,
Yeah.
so much heroin,
Yeah.
and the stuff that came through that were hits, you're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like Sweet Emotion was definitely written on
Andrew.
drugs.
That's a
Yeah.
Like
song.
definitely
Yeah.
heroin, definitely cocaine.
Yeah.
The bass line just makes you feel, and it's like
Yeah, yeah.
boom, boom, boom. It's
Yeah.
like. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cocaine,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yeah, it is.
and then you're
That
just like,
song. That song kind of
"Free."
is fucking
Yeah, you
heroin.
just melt into your
Yeah, yeah.
chair with a fucking needle in your arm. Yeah,
Kind of
Like,
is a heroin.
Yeah,
song.
dude, I mean,
Yeah, it is. No doubt.
And Red Hot Chili Peppers. Fucking
Red Hot
Under
Chili
the
Peppers,
Bridge
yeah.
is like one of
It's
the
literally
best
a
fucking
heroin
songs
song.
you can literally
Yeah.
about it.
It's literally a heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to be said for drug songs and drug music, but I think conversely too,
Yeah. Cayuse has a lot of bad songs.
sober,
Stoner metal
sober
sucks.
music that becomes drug music with
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like trippy ass fucking
Yeah, I
music
mean,
that you're just
any
like-
music can be
or-
drug music if you
or
take
like-
drugs music.
Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
That probably was not written on drugs, but
Yeah.
goddamn, every time I'm fucking fucked up, that is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great fucking album.
Walking
Even when
on
I'm
a
not,
street.
even when I'm
Yeah.
not on drugs,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when you're on it, you're just
Yeah.
like, there's not a lot to it. It is
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. EDM as a genre wouldn't exist
Flaming
without
Lips.
Yeah,
fucking.
totally. Flaming Lips is a good one.
Yeah, Flaming Lips. Yeah.
Is there any music you guys can think of that you hear and it just it actually does get you there? Like it'll kind
Drugs wise.
Yeah, or I think this is what happens usually. you listen to a record, have a moment, and
Right.
then the next time you hear it, you're like, oh, there it is again, because perhaps under the influence.
Yeah, yeah.
Allegedly,
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be Yoshimi
Allegedly.
Battle's Pink Robots. That is a.
you
fucking,
can hear that and be like, that's
Yeah,
drugs.
Yeah, you can just fucking
Yeah.
close your
Yeah.
eyes. And
There's a
just be
couple.
like,
Yeah, see,
You
yeah.
know,
Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
You know the band Foals?
You're just like,
I don't.
Foals. Yeah, they're like a dance punk band from Manchester, from the UK, and in high school. We would put on one of their songs every time we got high. So like literally, I hear that song. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, we're about to get
trying to
stoned.
think.
dude. Like, yeah.
Just
you know,
change-
there's
Yeah.
no
change your
hip hop
brain
in my
chemistry.
head that comes up for that.
Really?
It's always like Foster the People or something.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good. That's good stoner music.
yeah. But like, I'm trying to think of like if some ska brings me there, but it doesn't. It'd have to
Nah.
be like The Who
Yeah. Okay.
or like Mahavishnu. That
Yeah.
shit'll bring me fucking there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mahavishnu
Dude,
Orchestra.
'cause they're just
yeah.
fucking so
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowie.
Bowie, sure.
Bowie's
Like,
good, yeah.
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 Always good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like even Janis Joplin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of her shit too is just like like you can just hear pills
Totally.
and
yeah.
heroin.
Some of
Dude,
the,
Yeah.
no one has ever sounded like that ever again.
No. Yeah.
The closest is Black Rehab.
Amy Winehouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Closest I ever been to Janice.
Yeah. She wasn't all that close. She was kind of her own thing. She was good.
Blues,
They
soul.
both. They both died at 27. That's what we can say.
You know what?
They're
She
both in the
sounded
27
just
club.
like Steve Ray Vaughan, right? Take it! Take it! I thought I wanted rehab.
I think just because of the relationship with like the late '60s and some of the popular music at the time, that'll
for sure.
remind me of drugs.
Of
Like,
course.
just instantly. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Mamas
There
and
it
the
is.
Papas
Totally.
or fuck.
Let the sun shine.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yeah.
That's a drug song for sure.
So, yeah.
That's about.
It's about astrology.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, there's two parts to it, right?
Yeah,
The
that's.
second-
I'm sure. Yeah,
It's
Wait,
part
Dawning
one and
of-
two.
yeah.
one of
Age of
them's about
Aquarius.
fucking after lunch.
Afternoon Delight is what
Afternoon
you're thinking.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what? That's what
That's a
I'm
different
thinking
song.
of.
Yeah.
Just as good.
That's the other Judd Apatow movie.
Yep.
Gonna find my
Ain't
baby,
gonna hold her tight.
All right, so
yeah. Ready.
Oh shit! I forget.
two final questions. We're
We're
already
already there.
we're
Fuck, I
already
didn't
over
realize we're
90.
already there.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah. Two final questions. Name a perfect album, start to finish. Doesn't matter the genre, doesn't matter artist. Perfect album, start to finish. Every song's a banger, no skips. Anyone, just off the top of your head, off the rip.
I'm not gonna say the Stooges because I've said that too much.
Okay.
I mean, you can. Though.
You can.
I'm just
yeah.
on them right now. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
them.
that's fair.
It's fine. It's like saying like if Travis
Beatles.
Barker was your favorite drummer,
Yeah.
we don't care.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is a fucking insanely.
I'll go back to Ziggy Stardust. You said
Oh, yeah.
Ziggy
Yeah.
Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
perfect record.
That's
Okay.
it is a perfect record.
Starts
Yeah,
with the
I mean, I have it.
Yeah.
I have first edition on
Rock and roll
album.
suicide,
Totally.
dude.
start to finish.
All
Perfect
right,
album.
I like that.
I like
Okay,
it.
then the final question:
The final question.
Desert Island album.
Oh shit.
Last album. You're not tortured with it, but the last album you'll ever hear for the rest of your
you're
life.
You're on an island.
You're on
by
an
yourself.
island.
I get to grab my own. Like
Yeah.
I just grab an LP
Yeah,
and
but
go.
Yeah.
there's only one you can put on.
You
That's
can only
all
put on
you
one
ever
record.
have.
It can be greatest hits are allowed. Double albums are allowed. So
One came
but
to
it's
mind.
one album for
Can
the
I
rest
tell
of
you
your
what came to mind
Yeah,
without
of
making
course.
the
Yeah,
choice?
yeah.
Not
No,
gonna
yeah.
make the choice
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. This
Okay.
is just
Nominee,
thinking out loud.
nominee.
Thinking out loud.
Right away, I
Yeah.
thought of
Film
just
speed.
grabbing 2001: A Space Odyssey, the soundtrack.
Okay.
Space Odyssey soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great classical record.
Uh-huh.
It's Kubrick said something like, "If there's a great symphony, I have to make a great movie for it." Like
Nice.
he's
Yeah.
just like another drug thing, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Pictures and music. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
Like film that, put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
music on, go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something to that.
Think
Too.
For sure.
People,
think
people
about
that can
my
write
It's
that
like
music is
the
insane.
Dark Side of the Oz, dude.
What would I would and now I'm thinking like
Find out,
if
baby,
if
gonna
I were to
hold it
sell
down.
my record collection
And
what
only
wouldn't
keep
go?
one of them.
What wouldn't
yeah.
go?
You get to keep
Dude.
one.
Fuck.
Here, I'll give you mine because it's
One?
easy.
You have one?
Sticky Fingers, Rolling Stone.
Nice, very
Yeah.
nice. I don't think I have that on vinyl.
Oh.
You should.
see?
I have first
You see?
edition with the zipper unzipped. It's brand new.
Nice.
That's a good one. I love that. Might be my
Yeah,
favorite.
you're
one.
allowed to
Might be
borrow
favorite.
from my library, but you do have to come to my house.
yeah.
Nice.
You have to pick it up.
And you have to sign out my album.
Yeah.
Sign it out.
Yeah, no joke.
No, yeah, that's what
I
he
like
does.
that.
He
They
has,
also
he
I
have
has-
like
yeah.
that because I think I
I
lost.
have like 6 of his
I
records
think I
right
lost
now.
a Thin Lizzy record like that.
Nice.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, never lose again, dude.
Yeah.
Sign them out.
That
Put
way
the
you
little
can.
notebook there.
I got collateral. You know, I own 160th of this house.
It's true.
Man,
just-
Desert
down
Island
payment.
album. Shit.
Of your $40
I know.
record.
Yeah.
I'll go with. Just because we could be here all day talking about this type of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Music is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the best. I'll go with Stiff Little Fingers, Inflammable Materials.
Okay.
Inflammable Materials because I remember
I don't
not
know that
having
record.
it. I remember not having it, and I
Yeah.
wasn't buying records at the time. I take these financial breaks from buying vinyl.
Okay.
Where
okay.
I'm like, don't go to the record store. Don't even show up.
I'm on one of those right now, dude.
You know what I'm talking about.
Still have to listen to the ones I bought.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I haven't plugged my fucking record player in.
Yeah.
Yes. I have records I buy, and I'm literally a record collector because
Sure,
I
me
buy
too.
them, and then they just sit there.
I do that too.
But I love it.
It was 4
Yeah.
years before I plugged my record player back in, and I have a gajillion dollars in records.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys
Yeah.
know how it is.
Yeah,
Buy records
it's
all
It's
the
a
life.
collection. It's a collection.
I want it.
I'll say
I must have it.
for
Yeah.
the sake of the answer, Stiff Little Fingers,
Okay.
Inflammable
Dude,
Materials.
I like
gotta
that
hear
because
there was a
I don't think I even know that fucking
don't know
record.
that
Oh, I
album,
love
yeah.
it. It's a great punk record.
Okay.
I think they're from North Ireland.
Okay. Oh,
It's-
sweet.
It's a real cool cover. It's just a bunch of little flames on it.
Nice.
One of my favorites. Definitely a weekender, man. I'll probably throw that on the way home. I'll throw that on the way home.
All right.
Because it is the weekend.
it's a-
the weekend is here for me.
Okay.
Technically, it's the weekend any day.
Yeah.
Well
yeah.
then, okay. So here
Happy Saturday.
is the
Thanks, bud.
the truly final question that I just forgot because it is
Oh.
the final question. What song do you want to put on the end of this episode?
Any song?
Yeah, it can be any song. It could be your song. Generally,
This is the
generally,
dawning of
we
the
could do that one.
age of
We would definitely.
We don't make
Aquarius.
money on this. So I
we
can
don't
put that
make money
there.
on this. We're gonna get copyright stricken. so-
Generally, we want to put your shit on
generally we'll put your
but-
songs.
I
on.
should put my stuff.
Yeah.
I should put
Which one?
Put Oh Henrietta on there.
Oh
I've
Henrietta.
been getting a lot of good
Feedback.
feedback from that one.
All right. Oh
I like
Henrietta.
that one. That one was like, you guys been to Europe or I went to Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Hell
went
yeah.
to Ireland, and you know when you're like in a downtown, even here,
Mhm.
you just see it's like the center.
Uh-huh.
It's the center of town.
Right.
That's about that. That's about me running around like the orange circle when I was a kid.
Sweet.
It's this one. It's like a drug song. It's like these memories flood into my brain thankfully when I hear it, because as I want to ask you guys one last question.
Sure.
My turn.
Yeah.
It's like I like
No.
to record things.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Like it's literally like a record. Like I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. It's gone.
Yeah.
I did it. I feel it. Now I can listen to it and feel it again. When
Yeah.
you guys are making your record,
Uh-huh.
how much are you guys listening to it?
Oh, all the time.
Right.
Never.
We mixed it.
Never.
He's
All
probably
the
the
time,
least
never.
of. He's the least of it.
Interesting.
I don't. So, if we're writing, I don't listen to music.
No music?
Like, if I'm gonna write parts, I try not to put any music.
I like this approach.
So, and then while we're recording it, I also just try to stay away from music.
Yeah.
So like when we had.
Oh, did you mean other people's music or our own?
Your own.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I also stay away from that too.
Okay.
I try not to listen to our own shit.
Yeah, because our own. When we're making it, well, first of all, Craig mixed the whole fucking thing,
Nice.
and we mixed it right over there.
Very
So
nice.
I was just here listening to it all the time.
Dude, I am like so worried that it's bad that I just don't want
Yeah.
to listen to it. Because like I'm listening, like we're recording it,
Yeah.
and like I hear it, we're comping, we're mixing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, there is no magic here. And then like finally it turns a corner where you're like, fuck, this is a song.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep listening to the fucking anxiety I have of like, I don't think this is a good song.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, it's not there yet. There's not, because then otherwise I'm Craig.
Yeah.
And like Craig can be himself.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to worry about this. That's why Oliver and I get along so well. Because like
Yeah.
at one point,
Most of the time we just have to talk Craig off the ledge of just be like, dude,
yeah, dude, no joke.
I literally don't hear what you're hearing anymore, man. You gotta just stop. Like,
Dude, if you
Yeah.
need a good 2v1, Oliver and I are it.
yeah.
He's like, Craig, you need to chill out.
Craig, you need to stop, man.
Like
You've been working on this 30-second passage of guitar track for
yeah.
6 hours.
It's
and
not off.
And and it sounds the same.
Yeah,
It sounds the
dude.
same. Yeah.
No matter what 30 second
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put this in,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound fine.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're doing that with the new record? Like
We're not there
you
yet.
Get it. You're not
Yeah,
there yet?
we're not.
And
We're
sitting there?
we're gonna try not to.
We're
because we're
hoping-
not doing as many.
We're
like-
hoping that the work that we're putting in now
Right.
negates that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Once
Because-
we've tracked it, it's fucking done. And we don't
Yeah,
have
'cause,
to.
like,
yeah.
Pretty much what we've done is we've hammered out Oliver's drum parts like
Yes.
to a, not to a T, but to
Pretty
a
much.
90% realm.
Pretty much.
Sick.
So we're
That's
like,
rad.
if
Yeah.
he does some other cool shit, then it fits.
That'll
And-
happen on the
yeah,
day,
It'll
though.
happen on the day.
Yeah.
The same thing with my bass parts. Like I heard his drum parts. We've
Yeah.
done them enough. Like my bass is pretty much at 85 to 90% where I'm gonna be happy no matter what happens.
Nice.
And it's also we learned from the last record of like how crazy do you want to go? Because the last record we have so much singing
Yes.
that like
Almost too much.
I-
We have to
like,
put it on backing
dude,
track.
if we're playing,
Yeah.
like we're all on the microphone
Yeah.
80% of the song. Like
Yeah.
if we're,
Yeah.
even if Craig's singing,
We're
usually
still singing
I'm
too,
singing
yeah.
or he's singing.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we're playing like do 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 do
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
and we're like woo
Yeah.
do do do
Yeah,
do do. And, like I'm playing a riff. I'm like fuck. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to
It's a force.
sing.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because you're up here
Yeah.
and you're out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And mainly you
And
gotta
there-
be right here.
There's also a point to like you can play a badass riff and only have one part.
Right.
Like it's fine.
It can just
Yeah.
be a
Like
part.
Rage
yeah.
Against the Machine doesn't have 3 people doing harmonies
Yeah.
all the time.
Right.
On every part.
Yeah. Let the part
Nonstop.
breathe, man.
Anyways,
All right. Listen to Oh Henrietta,
Hey, thanks.
everybody.
yes,
Thanks,
thanks for
for listening.
listening.
Consistently
Let's take a walk to the town through the barrio where eagles frown, where poets pick numbers all day. The lottery is only a day away. Where farmers come from all around. Let's walk down to the town. Rest your horse, rest your dogs. The clouds sing chariot songs. Oh, Henrietta, let's walk to the town. tree. I drank up suds when I was lonely. Let's take a walk to the town, through the barrio where eagles frown, where poets pick numbers all day. The lottery